Good evening, and welcome to the Heikadelic Show. We would like to take this moment to let you know that viewer and listener discretion is strongly advised. So sit back, have yourself a nice cool drink or hot drink, and enjoy the show. And welcome once again to the Heikadelic Show.
Oh, we're back. And George, you did make
Hey.
it. You know, it like reappeared.
I was just getting into that tune there, man. Like, all right, how's everybody doing?
Well, tonight's hat night. At least half of us are participating like we did last week.
Yeah,
on
just the left side. The right side doesn't need hats.
Okay.
Welcome everybody to another episode of the Heikadelic Show.
Heikadelic.
The Heikadelic Show.
George, get us off on the right foot,
All
will
right. Yeah.
Was
Okay.
that you?
Yeah.
Yes, it was.
Yeah, baby. Shake your tail feather. We used to do all that back in the day. All right, here we go.
Cheers, everybody.
Wow.
Yeah, time to make your liver quiver, baby. There you go. It's Wolfman Jack.
You get into, porn reading or something.
Yeah. Actually, it was.
And cheers,
Next
cheers to
stage.
Sandra.
Andy.
Sandra's number one again. Cheers to you, girl. Nice job.
Ooh.
Wow, if we gave away prizes or money or something, you'd be doing okay.
Oh, Bobby's right there too. You fuckers.
Well, if Sandra sends somebody her info, we can in her t-shirt size, I can dig up a Motor City Maniac shirt.
Wow. That would be freaking wicked.
oh, and you want
What
to
do you
know
say to that,
something?
Sandra?
I know the area Sandra lives in, which is west.
Yep.
And I go out there. I could always, she could
All
come
right.
and see me at a bar, and I would give her that shirt.
Okay.
Or you could
Make that
meet
happen
her
then.
at that bar, said bar, and she
Yeah.
could get that shirt.
Hey, you know what? And I think Bobby's having a undisclosed event coming up shortly. So I'm thinking maybe I can bring him out a shirt as well.
Oh. Well,
And you know what, boys?
I've been
I gotta
to one of Bobby's little
Huh?
shindigs there in the backyard. It's a great spot to have bands, really. Like,
Yeah.
Yeah,
Right on.
absolutely.
There's not much around, but like trucks.
I got
Right.
invited to this.
That's
one.
okay.
That's good. I'm going to bring it.
And it's a great that's what I mean. It's a great spot. It's a good spot to have
Cheers,
have
Bobby.
nice little
Yeah.
shindigs.
Grosh.
Wow.
Yeah. Ooh, it's
So
good.
I gotta tell
Oh,
you,
my
something happened
shoulder's
to me
better, so.
this week, boys. I had something exciting happen. And I really feel like a somebody now.
Okay.
You
know
are
why?
somebody.
Look at this. Look at this.
Represent.
Wow. I got my shirt, man.
Where'd you get that?
I met a guy and he had a couple kicking around and
You knew a guy who knew a guy who knew a guy who had a
yeah,
shirt.
you know,
yeah. Wow.
traded well, it's only taken a couple of years, but holy crap. I feel like a somebody now.
Yeah.
Nice.
All good things worth waiting for, as you say.
So Derek, maybe are you doing a gig next week?
Yeah, we're in Hamilton. Or no, I was in Hamilton last weekend. We're in at the Rock Pile this weekend coming up.
Oh yeah. I
Oh,
saw
right.
that, yeah.
Right.
What
Yeah,
night?
'cause I think I'm
Saturday
going to
night.
go to Bobby's shindig.
Saturday night. Ooh.
Yeah.
Wow.
Where
We're
was that?
playing with the Liquor Pigs and Tiger Sex. And
Oh,
Tiger
right.
Sex is out of the States, I believe. I want to say Nevada or something like that, right?
Yeah.
Very, very provocative. Kelly, I tried to get her on the show, but didn't get a response back.
Yep.
Maybe after we play with them. But
Okay.
yeah, it's a good show. Liquor Pigs always put on a good show. They've been
I
around
love
for a
that
long
name.
time. A lot of people heard of them.
Yeah.
and yeah, it should be fun.
Sounds like it.
Talking
That's
of nice spots there, Derek. Where was that you were playing your retro sets that I saw on Facebook?
That's just that's at a friend's place.
Nice place.
Yeah.
Wow.
That was just that's where we jam there.
Yeah, it's got all the facilities. You got the little audience. You got the bar. You got the couches. You got the dance floor.
Great. Yeah.
Perfect.
Yeah,
It's like your own little pub.
Well, when you how do you say it? Become a little more advanced. You in age, that is.
yes, I know it very well.
Okay.
Yes.
You go
Very
from
familiar.
cooking
Yeah,
coops and stuff to nicer places.
A little more advanced.
yeah.
I'm becoming more mature now. Hey.
Yeah.
Or extremely advanced. Yes.
Yeah.
Well, it's also like you don't want to. When you first start playing, you usually have pretty crappy equipment, right? You don't really care what happens to it.
Yeah.
The older you get, the more you want to kind of keep that equipment climatized and blah blah blah.
Yeah.
Right.
Some of it, right?
Yeah.
Look after it a little bit, right?
Of
A little
course.
bit.
Yeah. So, Mr. Ringo, pretty cool hat you got there.
It is. It
You're the
was
jester.
one of those. I had a really tough day, and I'm not sure how it's gonna roll out because, oh my God, tax time for me this year is not good.
No.
Yeah.
So
It's a Friday,
rather than dwell in the hundreds of billions of dollars I'm gonna have to pay back.
Yeah.
I figured, you know what, just
Yahoo it.
just go for
Yeah.
the ride and have
So
fun.
you're the
Drink beers.
jester tonight. So we're going to be relying on you to tell funny stories and jokes and make us laugh.
No,
It's
he
not
wants
really
us
a
to make
jester
fun of
hat.
him.
It's more of a, these are horns. So I guess you might want to call me Horny Ringo now.
Oh, wow. You'd like that, wouldn't you?
Well, you know.
We'll just call you Little Johnny because we all know Little Johnny's horny.
So when somebody says I've got a headache, you know,
It's not even bedtime.
here's
Yeah.
a pill. What's that, George?
Take an aspirin.
So you got a headache and it's not even bedtime. Yeah.
Well, my grandmother, God rest her soul, used to say, if somebody says, "Hey, I've got a headache," it's not your head I'm interested in, right? So
Right.
it was good.
Exactly.
Good advice.
Yeah.
Or you say, I have a
Bobby
cure for
hasn't
that.
done his taxes in like 12 years. Just went to an accountant guy. I'm scared. You know
Yeah.
what, Bobby? Don't be scared because I have a buddy who hadn't gone for like 7 years, and
Got a big
you know
check
they
back.
like tomorrow they apparently, if you owe money, they start penalties and stuff like that. So, you know, 5% of what I owe is going to be a lot of money, but. But you know what? I have to say, I might regret this. I'm going to knock on wood here. The government's pretty good at, you know, kind of helping you out and stuff like that in terms of like, you know, just. But it's when you start playing games that you run into problems, right? So just keep your nose clean.
You can say whatever you want about this government. I will not talk politics with you.
There you go. Good man.
Yeah, actually, Derek, you're a bit of a businessman, so you know all of the ins and outs and stuff. But it's I'm sure I'm gonna next week I'll be whining and complaining about them, but it's actually not too bad. But anyway, I'm not going to think about tax time.
That's right. So tonight we don't have a guest on. So I want to hear from our fans. I want to hear from
Keisha. Bobby on. Hey, Bob, you want to come on?
I want to hear from Keisha, and I want to hear from John and Antonio and all our buddies that are out there. Danny. I want to hear from everybody.
Let's put Bobby on for like 10 minutes and see what Bobby
Meanwhile,
has to say.
Danny is open.
I'll send it to him.
Country Stop Burger is now open. They opened up on Friday.
Oh, wait. Bobby's
and
saying
I stopped in Friday afternoon, and I walked in there. It was like 6 o'clock. I went to get something to eat, and oh my God, I was so happy for them. The place was packed. Every seat in the place had somebody in it. There was people standing. There was people outside at the picnic tables. There was people out the front door. Like, it was just awesome.
Good.
And they were just go, go, go. They had three guys working the grills. Danny was doing the fixings, and Michelle and another young lady were doing everything else. And they were hopping. They were busy, but everybody had a smile on their face. So
That's
it's
good.
pretty awesome. Yeah.
I mean, we've had a couple of good days of great weather. Well, the day you were out hike, that was a beautiful day.
Yes, it was.
I felt great. Of course, I had a couple of Percocets, but nothing like a nice sunny day with some oxys, right?
Yeah.
But that's
Don't
because
you
I'm
usually
dealing
like
with
sitting
this
in a
arm
bathroom when
issue.
you're on oxys?
What's that?
I had a great day because I had a few beers with my buddy, and I got to drive an army truck. Like, who
There
gets
you
to
go.
do
Yeah,
that
that's
every
right.
day?
You got to take the beast out. Yeah.
So, George, you're looking pretty good tonight, but I was just wondering how your backside's doing.
Oh, my backside tonight. Very pretty tonight, actually, my
Is it?
backside. Will you let's have a look?
Why, did you
Oh,
get a
yeah.
tattoo on your arse or what? What are you talking about?
Let's have a look at George's backside.
Jesus, this place is collapsing around my ears.
Okay,
Wait a
I'm not
minute.
playing
Hang
tonight.
on.
I already know who that is.
Is that an
What
easy
the
one?
hell?
All right, we'll hold off. We'll hold off. Don't
I
take.
thought that was
No, I'm
actually
not saying
something, but
nothing.
it's a bunch of tape.
Well, let's hang on. Let's introduce this properly.
Dun 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 dun. Dun, 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 dun,
Oh, yeah,
dun.
we've got the big production now. Forgot. Yeah.
Yeah.
Hey, folks, it's time for George's backside, my favorite part of the show. So sit back and have a look at his backside. And you can catch George out in the clubs, DJing, that's right, flipping those discs, and whatever else he does. But hey, right now, I just want you to focus on his backside and come up with some answers.
Come up with some answers. Yeah, come
There
on.
you go. Wow. I wonder why you blotted out such a big area. There must be something there that gives it away.
There is.
Yeah.
Sandra said she wants to see my backside, please. But
Hey, that
Derek
looks like
can't play.
that looks like. Hang on a sec. That looks like Junior holding something up.
Yeah.
Junior, you better break George big. We need to get a look at this.
Oh, right. Okay.
Oh yeah, that's right.
Oh, yeah.
We got to pump him up a bit. God, we
There-
need a
Pump 'em up.
producer.
Sandra
If
said you
anyone
can't
would like
play.
to be a producer out there,
Yeah.
Uh-huh.
Don't come on this show.
There he is.
All right. Dun 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 dun.
Derek sounds very confident.
Huh.
It sounds absolutely virtually smug, actually.
Yeah, I know. That means I don't have a clue who it is.
Really?
Yeah. No,
I thought you said you didn't know who it is.
I do have
looks like
I do
Olivia
have a-
Newton-John.
Right.
She does look like Olivia Newton-John.
She does.
So, should we ask some
Is it?
questions?
Yeah, it might help. Yeah.
So, is it American band? I mean, group?
No, it's not an American band or group.
Dun 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 dun. Sandra's asking if it's a solo or a band.
It's a band.
Dun, dun, dun.
All right. Can I ask? No, I don't want to. I'm trying to not ask.
ABBA.
ABBA.
Dun, 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 dun,
Is it
dun.
ABBA? ABBA Dabba Doo. Let's see what happens if we say ABBA.
Look at that. All that hype.
I know. And I'm trying to look at that little symbol that's in the corner.
Mm.
And it kind of reminds me of like see the arches there. That's kind of cool.
George, just push that album off to the side a little bit.
Which way?
Extend your left hand. No, a little more to the frame, to the end of the frame now. Hold that there. Yep.
Are you taking a screenshot? Are you doing a Derek?
No,
Yeah.
I'm not. Just hold it.
I can't screenshot it. I was screenshotting your videos that you were posting.
Yeah.
Yeah, look it up.
You know what's funny? George from the Atomic Ballroom and Heikadelic show told me that
if I wore headphones and a microphone, he'd teach me how to be a DJ in space. Well, I'm already up here. So where are you, George?
I am just beside the Atomic Ballroom.
All right.
So you went to space for nothing.
Yeah.
Hey, Tams.
All right.
Olivia Newton-John, if no one guessed it.
The album is by Olivia Newton-John.
Yes.
So,
That's what Tans is saying.
okay, well, let's see then.
Look at that.
Wow.
Gosh.
Although, technically, she's on.
Screet. Oh,
Any more guesses? It's not Blood Rock Sausage. It's not ABBA.
No.
Not Blood Rock Sausage.
Well, who are
is
the
it a
band?
duet, George?
It's not a duet.
So it's
I'm
a
just
full
trying
band.
to think of what she's got above her head that gives it away.
Well, you'll find out when
Yeah.
when all is revealed.
Interesting.
Oh, George reveals.
Somebody's asking if it's the Cars.
It's
Just what I needed.
my best friend's girl.
Uh-oh.
Yeah.
5-0 Leafs, boys.
Used to be
Is
my-
it?
Boy.
Oh well, it's okay.
Yeah.
Don't worry. They'll probably get up 3 and then lose everything else.
Oh, you're a
Exactly.
typical Leafs watcher.
Yeah,
No,
No,
no confidence in your
I'm just
team
going by their
whatsoever.
track record. It's called reality.
Yeah.
What they've done since what, 67, is it?
Well, that's why I've
Yeah.
completely stopped watching hockey because you know what? I'm gonna say it. The Leafs suck. Okay, they suck. They suck so bad.
Oh, Bobby's
Yeah.
gonna just drop off the show.
Okay,
He's
I
a
just
big-
That's
all I
okay.
wanna- I
You
just wanna
tell me
say,
whatever
like,
you want to tell me. What do the Leafs do every year? They get everybody all excited. They make some trades. Woohoo! They win a couple of games. Everyone's, oh, the Leafs are going to do it this year, and they fuck it
Yeah.
up. They totally
No,
fuck it
you're
up
right. I
every
mean,
year.
they're cursed with Game 7. They never made it past Game 7.
No, you
I
know
don't-
what they're cursed? They're cursed with is the people that run the Leafs show, right? Because they don't
Manage-
give a shit about winning the cup. They get so much money because all their seats are sold out for the entire season, mostly through businesses. They don't need anything. They're sold out. They can make as much money as they
I
want.
think you're
right?
going to see Matty leave this year because it looks
Yeah.
like he's just so disconnected with the team.
Mhm.
Kind of reminded me of Gretzky in the
Yeah.
before he left the Oilers.
Yeah.
But
Yeah, the Leafs make so much money. They don't have to do well. They don't have to win anything.
no,
just
but
have
they have the local
Yeah.
local population, and they sell out the arena.
They sell out every freaking show.
But, no, they got to
the Leafs,
imagine if they won, right?
the Leafs is
you know
more
what?
corporate, though, right? It's not.
It's all
55
corporate.
years.
It's all
not that they
corporate.
sell out. It's that everybody, like all the
sponsors and
Yeah,
all
Well,
that.
yeah, no, technically they do sell out because all the seats are spoken for.
yes,
right?
yes,
But
yes.
then they get
Corporate,
the
they
TV right.
buy up all the good seats. They charge ridiculous amount of money, so it's very hard now for a dad to go take his couple of kids to go watch a hockey game
Go
because
watch a game. Yeah.
it's it's
A lot of
it's
sports are
ridiculous
like
the
that,
price
though.
of the seats.
A lot of sports. It's the same in soccer. It's the same in racing, Formula One. It's they don't care about the people that show up on the day. It's all about the sponsors and all and the advertising, TV rights.
Mhm.
Sandra, 1980, by the way, is the year of the album. If you're asking,
Oh, okay.
1980. But yeah, that's
Nice.
like it's the same with a lot
Well,
of sports clubs.
Yeah. But that's what we did. At the time when I was a big Leafs fan, we loved to go watch them play, and we couldn't afford to go see them play here in town. So we would go to Buffalo, or we'd go to Ottawa, or we go to Montreal, and we watch our team play somewhere else because the tickets were affordable.
Yeah, I mean the funny thing is, the ironic thing, it's gone the other way with music, right? Because like to go out and see a concert now, it's astronomical, and it's the only way they can make music now, right? Because they can't sell music anymore. It's still all about bums on seats and merch and everything, isn't it?
Yeah.
So just the way things have gone. No going back.
It's funny that way. But we did that. There was 8 of us one time. We said, let's go to a Leafs game. Let's go buy tickets. And when we saw the price,
Mhm.
for
it was
decent
a
seats. It was like, are you kidding me?
non-starter.
Yeah.
Let's go to a
Yeah.
bar. Save
Well,
money.
what we wound up doing, believe it or not,
Yeah.
we drove to Buffalo Friday night, and
Yeah.
we watched the Leafs play in Buffalo. Then we stayed in a hotel. The next day we got up, we drove to Pittsburgh. We watched the Leafs play in Pittsburgh, and then we stayed overnight. And then on the Sunday, we went to a college football game before we went home. So that was a full weekend of sports, and that was cheaper than going to a Leafs game in Toronto.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Really?
Can you believe that, including accommodations?
Yeah.
No way.
Yeah.
Well, I have tickets from nearly every concert I've been to here. And my first one ever was The Who in 1969.
Who?
Yeah, exactly.
That's
And
a-
it's 5 shillings, like 5 shillings in UK money.
Mhm.
And in those days, this was before they went decimal. It's there's 20 shillings in a pound, so it's like a quarter of a pound, right? So,
I
like
thought a
in those,
pound was 16 ounces.
sterling, we're talking sterling, right?
Sorry,
And,
George.
Silver, come on.
And so say there was $3 Canadian to the pound in those days,
Right. Yeah.
So it'd be a quarter of $3, which would be what? I'm never good at math.
75 cents.
Let's go
A
and see
quarter
The
of
Who.
$3. A quarter of $3?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, 75 cents, right?
Yeah, yeah.
So it would cost you 75 cents to go and see The Who in 1969.
Nice.
Hey, George, Kathy's saying she missed your backside.
Oh, okay.
Do you want to just flash your backside just
I
for
can do it.
Kathy?
I can.
Hey, Ringo, you with us? Did he freeze?
Yeah, she
Oh, I
didn't.
thought he
She
froze.
didn't miss
Okay.
mine. Woo!
Oh, how many
Nice.
knuckles?
Oh,
Hang on, let me. Because she's gonna think it's Olivia Newton-John probably,
Right.
and it's not.
Yeah.
Right?
So it's not that,
Well,
Kathy. We
well,
already
it's-
guessed
Olivia is on a
Newton-John.
track. Olivia is on a track on this album.
Oh,
Yeah.
she is.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Oh, ooh, interesting.
And it's not ABBA.
And it's not ABBA. And it's not
So we got
Blood Rock
Genesis,
Sausage.
and we also have.
And it's not Bruce Springsteen.
So we got Sandra saying Genesis, and Kathy saying Xanadu.
Xanadu, but who's the artist?
Oh,
Ah, wow. Come on,
Yeah.
Kathy. You could do this.
We'll give it to you, Kathy. We'll give it to you for sure.
Xanadu is the song.
It is Xanadu.
okay, right.
Who recorded the sound? Wrote recorded
Yellow.
it?
Oh, there's the ELO thing down there
Ah,
too. Yeah.
look at that.
See, George had to bring an ELO out. It was way too long without one.
Well, the funny thing is, if it hadn't been ELO, I would have had about 5 guesses for ELO by now. You know what I
I
mean?
know.
So I thought, all right, I'll put an ELO one. It'll go really quick. You know,
Ah, right on, Kathy. Good job. You win a
Yeah.
prize.
Good
I
job.
saw that when I was on vacation here in 1980 at a drive-in movie, first drive-in movie I ever actually went to, and I saw it in Newmarket of all places. Yeah.
Yes.
So
yeah.
for looking at George's backside and guessing it, you get to see Ringo's backside as a prize.
Oh,
Yeah.
yeah,
You go
perfect.
2 knuckles deep.
Well, no, I've been criticized that you talk about flat earthers, right? Well,
You got a flat
apparently
backside?
my ass is that flat.
Well, hey Ringo,
Oh,
I don't know
wow.
if you're built like me, but I got 2 legs that go straight up to a hole. Like
There you
it's
go.
nothing, just legs
you
in the
go.
hole, right?
Wow.
I look like a pair
George,
of
I'm sorry,
stilts.
George just brought up something that's kind of near and dear to my heart. The
Oh,
drive-in
you brought something else up thinking about that.
Uh-huh.
So the Newmarket Drive-In Theater, which is now called Stardust,
Oh, was
right?
it?
When you pull in, there was a shop to the left of it, a transmission shop,
Yeah.
and then a house.
Yeah.
That house is still there, and it's got a fence around it. That used to be my friend's house growing up.
Right.
Oh,
So-
really? Oh,
Yeah.
that must have been great.
So we used to sneak under the big tin fence that they have up. We used to
Yep.
sneak under there with a lawn chair and a ghetto blaster. At first the first I think it was the last first 2 years we did it. They
Yep.
still had the speakers.
Yeah.
Oh, right, yeah.
And then that's when they were changing over, right? And then we just brought our radio, like a ghetto blaster. And
Yeah,
we
because
just bring lawn chairs.
then they changed to FM, short range FM stations. How they did their audio, so you get it on your radio. So yeah,
Oh,
you
right.
tune it on your ghetto blaster, and away you go.
Yeah,
Yeah,
sit in the
pretty
lawn
neat.
chairs. The security guys would come up and be like, "We live right there," and he's like, "Yeah, whatever."
Yeah,
was cool.
awesome. Yeah, I
So,
love the drive-in,
you're-
man. It was great.
Heiko,
Yeah.
you were saying Danny's restaurant looks pretty cool outside, right?
That's
It
cool. Inside, all
looks
checkerplated.
amazing. It totally looks different. And when people go by, they think it's a car place because it looks like there's cars inside the
It
restaurant.
does. Yeah.
So it's like
And
something.
if you go by it at night, yeah, look at that.
Looks like
That's-
a showroom. Yeah, like a showroom.
That's the
isn't it?
new Country Stop
Yeah.
Burger, and it actually goes around the corner as well on the
That's
side of the
fine.
building. Excellent job. Oh my God.
and then you can
Cool.
get some of these,
Oh yeah.
A couple
and
burgers.
maybe a couple of these.
Couple of these.
Yeah.
You know,
Got 911 on speed dial.
and you want to wash them
That's the burger
down.
you want.
Oh,
Hey, George.
Hey, how was it down there? Hey, like Celebrity Squares here.
Hey,
yeah,
George.
yeah.
How's it
Hey,
going?
oh, hi.
Hey,
No, but you know what? I stopped in there for the grand
Strange
opening on
stuff.
Friday, and they were working their butts off. But you know what? Everybody in there had sweat on their foreheads and a smile on their face.
Oh,
They were just
really?
so
Salty burgers.
glad to be open. It was unbelievable. Unbelievable.
that'd make a cool screenshot of that. Our heads just coming around with the
Yeah. eh?
thing in the middle. Yeah. Oh,
Well,
good.
we could put it as a backdrop, right?
Yeah.
But
So, Danny, if
We
you're
can do that
listening,
just for a
great job.
photo.
We'll come out and see you soon. And if
We can
anybody
do a
else
promotion for
has got
Danny.
the munchies, yeah, go to Country Stop Burger in Ballantree on
Yeah.
Highway 48. You're not going to be
But
sorry.
if you have the munchies, make sure you have somebody drive because we know it's not good. Impaired is impaired.
Impaired from overeating.
No,
That's
no,
right.
you just said got the munchies. Come on. Everybody knows the munchies from smoking weed. We live in the now.
yeah.
Yes.
Yeah. Smoking weed or you want to know something though? Drinking, you get the munchies too, but that's more of a I gotta stop drinking. So I'm gonna
Yeah.
eat.
Yeah, I know.
You can get the munchies with wheat for sure. It's a known fact. I think it's been proven, right?
Yeah,
So
yeah.
yeah.
I know I kind of proved it.
So listen, I don't know if you guys remember this, but George was going to tell us a story last week and didn't get to it. And it has to do with George and the helicopter. Do you know what I'm
Right.
talking
Oh,
about,
no.
George?
Yeah.
Yeah. There we go.
Well,
When you're done with that, actually, I have another story about a helicopter as well. So
All right, we're doing
right.
helicopter
Helicopter?
stories tonight, folks.
yeah,
Helicopter
what
story.
helicopter are we talking
Does
about?
anybody else have a helicopter story?
Yeah,
I
I'll
don't know,
give
but
you a
our producer
helicopter
wants
story.
to say something, guys.
Hi there, my name's Mr. Wiggleton, and I'm actually the producer and janitor here at the Heikadelic show. But anyhow, I think it's good, but it really it's pretty late show, so I don't even watch it myself, so I have no idea what it's about. But that Heiko guy, he's pretty smart. He is pretty smart. He doesn't pay me well, but he's pretty smart.
Don't pay any of us well. But like,
All right,
All
we
right,
wanna hear
George.
your-
just
Let's
before
hear
I tell you that the munchies, I can't remember what it was, but you could buy like they were like there's a chocolate thing in England I remember called the munchies. It was like you get chocolate. And a
Yeah,
biscuit
Yep.
inside. They were called them munchies. Munchies, so you could
Oh,
actually
What was that thing? When you got the munchies, nothing else
Nothing
will
else
do.
will do.
yeah.
What was that?
Yeah,
That's-
uh,
Isn't
Popped
that
in.
I want to say like Mars bar or something.
Maybe.
Yeah.
Okay, fans, tell us that
All right.
tune. When
yeah.
you got the munchies, nothing else will do.
what was,
What was that?
Potato chips.
Yeah. So anyway, to quickly do the story was I was coming back from a gig at a hotel at it was at the DVP on the 404 there, and I just moved up to Peterborough at the time, and but I still had a mailbox in Ajax on Bailey Street, And I was coming home. It was like whatever time, 2:30 in the morning or something like that. And I was in the express lanes, and I thought, oh shit, I might have some mail, right? So I thought, so I kind of it's 2:30. It wasn't busy, so I went sort of did it. I was originally going straight, and I decided at the last minute to come off so I could get back into the collectors.
You cut a couple people off getting off the highway, right?
Not quite something, but I didn't cut them off. But I kind of did a bit of that. Should I go? Should I not go? Blah blah blah. So anyway, I come off the ramp there at Ajax at Westney Road, and I turn. I mean, the roads are really quiet, right? And there's a car behind me. It turns a bit, it's following me, right? And at first I didn't know, so I get to the first set of lights near the GO station and the next set of lights at Bailey, and this car's there, and it's turning left with me up to Bailey, and then I pulled in onto the inside lane, thinking I'll go past because I'm going to pull into a plaza there just at Harwood. Right. But he's right up my tail, right? I'm going, what's going on here? Anyway, so I get into I turn into the plaza, park up outside the mailbox place, and get out. And the car pulls up like one space or two spaces next to me. Oh, this is weird. Right? Yeah. And
someone's watching you.
So I went in and I got me stuff, and I got back in the car in the van, and then got back on the highway, and he starts following me back onto the highway.
Thinking, really?
Yeah. And I'm thinking this guy, is this, I don't know if it's one guy, three guys, four guys.
It's just a car following you, right?
Did they not know I've got a whole, fan load of gear or something? So I get on the highway, and I thought, I'll try and lose him. So I'm belting it, right? And we're at Simcoe, and he's right behind me. He keeps pulling out, and I'll pull over, and he's following me, right?
Yeah.
So I thought, well, is he going to follow me all the way home to Peterborough to see where I live or something? Is that what it's about? Or is it somebody from the gig that didn't like what, I didn't play the tune?
I found out
it's all this starts going through your head, right? You go, who is this head case? So I thought, you know what I'll do? I'll try to think where's the nearest cop station. I'll just pull in there. You know what I mean? So I'm getting towards Harmony, and I'm flying. I'm doing 130, 35, 40, whatever. Right. Trying to lose this guy. Next thing, the cherries come on.
Oh, the cop car.
You're racing the cops.
I thought, great. This is exactly what I need. Right?
Yeah.
So I pull over, and the whole Monty, it's like, have you been drinking? Blah blah blah. I said no, but I've been trying to. This guy's been following me all the way from almost Scarborough or wherever, And I went to He goes, "Are you sure you haven't been drinking?" I went, no, I haven't been drinking at all. And he said, "Well, okay, we're going to make you blow." Blah blah blah. Took me back into the back of the cruiser. As I'm back in the cruiser, I'm in the spotlight of the helicopter, and I could on the radio. I was everyone just checking. I thought, this is unbelievable, right?
Yeah.
So in the back of the cruiser, I take the breathalyzer. So you got to sit or whatever. So I did two, I think. I had to wait there for one, and then the next one. He said, "Well, you're all clear." And I said, "Well, what's this all about, right?" And he said, "We're very sorry." He said, "You can, go on your way. It was a mistake." So what do you mean? He said, "Well, you apparently did some strange maneuvers on the 401, and one of our officers is off duty. So you do it." And he thought he'd been...
So he was the dickhead that was following you. Was the officer?
Yeah, because and I could hear him on the radio going, "No, it's fine." He was just whatever. Decided to pull off and go to his mailbox, which was true, right? Because he followed me to the mailboxes, etc. As it was then. But it's the whole thing. It was stay in the car. And yeah, okay, and sat in the back of the cruiser,
Oh,
yeah.
Wow.
Yeah.
So Bobby said it too, but I think I have what we're looking for.
Munchies are stomach rumbles.
Oh no. It's Hostess potato chips anyways. I thought that was the commercial. I screwed up.
It is Hostess, isn't it?
Yeah, Hostess potato chips.
You got the munchies. I think it was on the bag.
Munchies, nothing else will do. Hostess potato chips.
I think it was on the bag as well, didn't it? I remember seeing the munchies somewhere written on the bag, little.
Back in '91, Back when the world was still cool.
What happened to Hostess? You don't see him anymore.
No.
No.
What happened to them?
Let's Google it. Hey Google. Actually, hey Siri. Oh, I gotta turn it off. I gotta get everybody's phone going. Hey Siri. Google Hostess potato chips.
Oh, it was so funny.
That was the leading brand in Canada for many years after its creation in 1935. Would you like to hear more?
Wow.
So I guess it's still around. It's Canadian potato chip, and it's.
I haven't seen them though.
I haven't seen him for years.
Ask her if they're still there.
I don't know what you mean by. So I guess it's still around cream potato chips, and it started at 8:35. How about
Wow. She's
cool.
Our Hostess
not right
potato
ahead.
chips still around, Siri.
What started at 8:35?
Yeah.
Hey, let's try this. Hang on a second. Hey Google, play Supercharged from Motor City Maniacs on YouTube.
Well, that didn't work.
No.
Obviously, nobody's got Google out there.
You just say, "Hey Siri," and it sets off everybody's.
Okay, let's try that. Hey Siri, play Motor City Maniacs Supercharged.
Last year I made $7 million, didn't have to do a single fucking show. Should I told my niggas up at Coca-Cola for the check that got me at the Super Bowl?
What the hell's that?
It's a new concept album from the Maniacs.
What the hell was that?
You want to know something? I think that we have a new bit. Ask Siri, and you guys got to say something. And I'll use my Siri.
That was absolute shit. Whatever that was.
That's called soup. It's super Corday.
Whatever. I don't care what it is. It was shit. It's super shit.
Come on, you don't like Maniacs are getting together, and that's the new.
I thought it was
that's
pretty
our
good,
new,
actually.
You know, the Maniacs, you know, that's okay, but whatever the fuck that was, that's no.
You don't like rap?
Okay,
what?
Let's try it again.
That sheltered? You don't like rap?
Not at all.
You want to hear it again?
Hey Siri.
Hey
Siri.
Wait. Sorry. Oh, try to stop.
Come on. Turn that garbage off.
It won't stop. I got to see the volume.
Look,
it went back to my home screen. It's still playing.
Okay.
No, not cool.
Not cool.
We will not have that kind of noise and racket on the Heikadelic show.
What are you talking about? It's great stuff.
Anyway.
Oh, you must have banged your head today.
Ringo, you're up for your helicopter story.
That's why you're wearing a hat.
I am, yes.
Yeah, let's hear your helicopter.
Okay, so I'll tell you about my helicopter story.
You have to take full center.
Full center stage?
Yeah,
okay.
That's right. Yeah.
George wants to get off the spotlight, that's all.
Yeah.
Okay, so you want me on the spotlight? Hang on a second.
Yeah,
Sure.
yeah. You and your groovy hat.
Yeah, it shows your hat off. Oh, you need bells. Yeah.
Yeah, my hat is kind of groovy right now.
Yes, you're the court jester. Tell us a good one.
That's right. But you know, before we start, I'd been really harassed by this person.
Oh gosh, and shit on a stick, Johnny Ringo. When are you gonna get back on stage? The COVID thing is over, right? Well, it's not, but things are safe to go out, right? I haven't even gone out, but I want to get out and see Johnny Ringo live in the clubs. Or the big stage, yeah. Lots of whining, no tears.
Wow.
Wow.
That's your groupie. Holy crap.
Hot chick, baby.
Was that Kathy? I don't know.
Oh.
With the shower curtain behind
I will
her.
agree, Kathy. I will agree.
See, that was annoying. You got that right.
Okay, so
Holy
here's my
crap.
story about helicopters.
Okay, let's hear it.
Okay, so this is not okay. So what do you think it's about?
Well, I think it's about woohoo helicopter.
That's a
there you
you
go,
and
and
the
that's
code were downtown Oshawa holding hands, and the helicopter spotted you with the spotlight.
No,
What's
so
that
we
club
were
on Wilson there down at the south end?
no, we
Oh.
were up in Sudbury at the Lido
Yes.
Hotel, which is pretty like it's a dive. Let's be
Mm.
honest. So we were at the Lido, and they had Miller King Can night. I remember that clearly. So
Uh-huh.
that's when the
Really?
first
Miller
King
night.
Cans came out. They were Millers, right? So
Mm.
they're kind of like these, but Miller.
Yeah.
So and they were called like there was this whole King Kong sponsorship. Anyway, so they were sponsoring, which meant you got this King Can of Miller for $1. And the place was kind of a kind of a strip club, but not. Like they would get dancers in occasionally, but the dancers would offset some of their pay by waitressing as well. So the feature act was this lady, larger lady, and she called herself Helicopter. And she
Okay.
didn't like to, go full nude, so she would have these big pasties on, and these suckers hung down below her knees, right? And yeah, so if you could withstand the helicopter bashing your head around,
Wow.
you
my God.
you get free shots.
Whoa.
And
So if you're not knocked out unconscious on the floor, you get a shot.
something like that.
Wow.
But
Get 10 pounds
I'm
of
telling
booty
you, this was
upside the
not.
head.
There was nothing attractive about this person at all.
No, I guess not.
Well,
No,
I'm sorry.
no.
that's in the eyes of the beholder.
Yeah,
I think
for
you can
sure,
find
but
something beautiful in every woman.
each
Whether
to
it's
his own.
No,
or
but-
chin
but-
or the
Okay, look, that's the place where all strippers went to die, or God's waiting room for them, or something. But
Oh my
like,
God.
like we're talking like 60, 70. But we're just a bunch of young fools who got in. I wasn't even 19. I was probably like 16 or something. And but we had full on beards and stuff, so we could get into these bars like.
So you little bearded bastards got to see the helicopter.
Right. And I think Cliffy, who's on here once in a while, and he may be on tonight, we just haven't heard from him yet, was with us. And if I remember, see, Cliffy was kind of like Pee Wee off of what was that show? Porky's, right? So he'd start
gotcha.
shit all the time, and we'd have to finish it. But I
Yep.
think he won. I think he won, and he got helicoptered pretty good. And
Yep.
but after that, he was in love. So, Cliff, if
Oh,
you're
wow.
watching,
In love with two black
confirm or
eyes.
deny, but
Right?
that's my story, and I'm sticking to it.
I have a helicopter story too.
Well, yeah.
It's when I lived in Oshawa. We used to have a lot of party nights. I had a pool in the backyard, and it was like 3:30 in the morning. Everybody was passed out. I was still wide awake and drinking beer. So I thought, I'll go in the pool. And I had the kids had these little tubes and rings and toys and stuff. So I jammed a bunch of stuff under my back and my ass, and I was floating around drinking a beer. And what used to happen in Oshawa is they used to practice late at night with the helicopter. And they just fly around. And you see the spotlight shining down on stuff. Well, lo and behold, all of a sudden my pool lit up. And I heard the helicopter flying. I could see it. And they kept flying around, but they kept shining the beam on my pool. And there I am floating naked with the beer in my hand. And all I could do is go, woohoo!
Well,
What else are you going to do? You can't hide.
like living in Oshawa, and even out where I am in Pickering now, like they're out every night. And I think when I was in Oshawa, that we'd get that a lot. Like, So I'm the kind of guy that sometimes I don't have to speak volumes with my mouth. Like, just my body language says it all. And so where my last house was, I was about a tier down from the house behind me. So it was like living in a fishbowl. They could see everything. And one of my neighbors they weren't the greatest people. They would complain about everything. So I had a hot tub on my deck, and I'd just purposely go out nude into the hot tub. I'd walk right across my
Absolutely.
deck, hang it all out there for the neighbors to see if they chose to do so. But so the one neighbor behind me, it was kind of sketch because they'd never leave their house. And at 2 or 3 in the morning, cars would pull up onto the curb, like where the grass is, where you're not supposed to park.
Right.
And they'd be heaving out garbage bags at night, the big contractor
Oh,
garbage bags.
yeah. Okay,
So they
gotcha.
probably had to grow up there, but they were really nice people. You just never see them. So my hunch was either they were into doing the grow up thing and getting rid of their stuff, at night, or
late at night.
they were
Sure.
vampires, right? And getting rid of bodies, because these were big contractor bags full. But the neighbors next to them, all right, I swear they hammered their blinds shut because they got a glimpse of Ringo out there in a birthday suit, and that was about it, right?
Right on.
But they would patrol all the time, and it was legit. I don't think it was training.
But do you know why Oshawa was always at night? The helicopter flew around. Is because it was based at the Oshawa airport, and the Bowmanville, Curtis, Oshawa, Whitby, Pickering, and Ajax would all train in the Oshawa helicopter because that was the only one that was around.
Oh, I see.
And that's why it was in the air all the time.
But
and that's why a lot of times they flew over Oshawa because they came up from the Oshawa airport.
A lot of times, though, in Oshawa in the South End, I was down at Wentworth and Cedar area.
Nice area.
Yeah, you like that, eh? Well,
the area.
My first 4 months, right? I lived on a court there, but my first 4 months there, within 2 blocks of my house, there was 2 people shot, 3 people stabbed, and countless ODs. It was a great area.
Yeah, I know what you mean. Like a buddy of mine, we were drunk one night, and the helicopters are coming, right? So we wanted to mess around with them a bit. So you know how like those, I'm not gonna like stereotype, but you know where the guys pull their pants halfway down and they're running, right? So of course, we don't know how to do that. So we, like you leave your shorts up and you pull your pants down just under your ass cheeks, right? And I guess in prison that has a whole different meaning, but so we do that, but of course we're pulling our pants down halfway and our asses are showing, and and then like the light's coming and we're running from it, right? And of course there's a ditch there and we fall and we're hammered right up. So the helicopter, the light comes and shines right on us. You see these 2 guys wasted, hanging over a ditch with their asses stuck up, right? So,
nice.
But you know what? They probably just had a great laugh about it.
Yes, Kathy, you came in late. I feel privileged. Look at what I'm wearing. Nice shirt.
It's a Motor shirt.
Motor City Maniacs.
Yeah. Only took you how many years to get it?
Oh, it took a long time to get it, but you know what? Now I'm waiting, not for the shirt. I'm waiting to hear them play live again.
Yes. And that will
I
happen.
really, really want to hear them play live again. Yeah, that would make me very happy.
We'll have to have the big retread.
Maybe we can do that, like the retread tour or something, or the steel wheelchair tour, because we're all.
Well, what I got all the guys I need to do this right here to the right of me of these little pictures. I have Johnny Ringo, I have George, and I have Derek. I would like to do a night maybe at Country Stop Burger and have the 2 bands come out and the DJ come out and we have a night of tunes. That would be really cool.
I think that'd be great. Like what time do they usually, like what's the latest they stay open?
Yeah, but it doesn't matter. Like I was talking to Danny, even doing a show live from there, and he says, I don't care what time. He says, you guys want to do a show? We'll stay open.
Yeah.
So
probably better.
You're gonna have the bylaw at 11 o'clock probably, right? Because there's Cedar Park.
Yeah, you have that because there are houses in the back. To do our show inside the restaurant is not a problem.
Yeah.
Right?
But if we do stuff outside, you guidelines, right?
We could do like we've always talked about doing an afternoon there, right? And get
Yeah,
maybe we can get
absolutely.
people and bike people and stuff. And
Yep.
people
And that's
with
what I would do
bikes.
is if we do a show live from there, I don't want it just to be us. I want to invite our fans out. And that would make it even better because everybody can come around, hang out, have something to eat, and have a little party, whatever, right?
Yep. Yeah, actually, I think for the Maniac sale, we want to do, Derek. We definitely want to do something fun for like the first show. So there's a lot of possibilities because now that Rock Pile could be one of those, or maybe we do a couple of clubs and work with you guys, Derek. You guys have a pretty awesome show, and
they do
fun shows.
Yeah.
And for people that don't know, what's the name of your band, Derek?
Well, so I'm in a band called The House of Haunt. Yeah. But fuck, everybody knows that.
Not everybody.
Okay.
This guy knows.
So yeah, those Halloween Haunt guys are really something, aren't they? I like the video, and they're kind of scary. But I hope to see them again, maybe live next time. But I am going to check out their socials and look them up on Facebook for sure. And I'm going to like them because I like them. See you next time.
He calls them the Halloween Haunt.
Yeah. The Halloween Haunt guys. Oh, there he is, right there. Look at that.
I know, eh?
So,
oh wow,
Derek, do you have a white van?
Do I have a what?
A white van?
Yeah.
Go drive around in your white van.
I painted it red after last weekend.
And then you could take the mask off and say, "We have ways of making our tacos, man."
So the mask that I just had on is going to be the new character.
Okay.
So Richard, you can take pictures, man. We'll bring you on a little road tour.
Yeah.
So, yeah, I made some calls actually, and it's interesting because we did a couple of shows in Sudbury, and we had to do 2 shows back to back because we sold out, right?
Oh.
But that's my hometown, so I got a lot of friends there. Yeah.
Oh,
Talk about hometown and your family there, Mr. Ringo. You were saying earlier that your mom was watching the show and she has a bottle of amaretto and she would drink with us every time we drink.
Yeah.
So I think it's time we get together and have a shot or a drink. And Mom, you drink with us.
I agree. And she's
George,
going to blame her
play the
drunkenness
tune.
on George.
Play that little tune.
Come on.
Oh, hang on. Oh, we never played that, did we?
George is
No, that's the wrong one. To Ringo's mom.
Yeah.
Our super fan.
And Rad. Rob, Aaron, Derek.
Oh, there you go.
Oh,
wow.
Okay.
That's kind of cool.
So we got an invite to play on Bobby's stage. That's good. With Rad.
Nice.
Or House of Haunt.
Yeah, Rad doesn't go that far. Rad's a half an hour from the house band.
Okay.
All right.
So that takes us to like Whitby and Cannington.
House of Haunt tours, right? So
yeah. The House of Haunt goes wherever the money is.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
You guys only we can sell merch, we're there.
You read that?
Ooh, that looks good.
Wasabi.
Wasabi sauce.
Yeah. Have you ever done a wasabi snooter?
What's that?
No. Not like Jackass?
Yeah.
No.
So I've tried them.
Not happening.
They suck.
What's that?
No,
So,
don't even throw that up.
And you mix it up so it's as like liquidy as you can get it. Like you just stir it up, right?
Yeah, wasabi
And then you snort it.
Really?
Yeah.
Those guys are messed up.
Don't do it. It can it can kill you.
Wow.
No, it can kill you. It can. because after Jackass, there were a lot of
Huh?
idiots trying it, and it's like, okay, so like, oh my God, Heiko.
So you just do that, but up your nose, Heiko.
Oh.
Doesn't that like? Gee.
Woo! Mm.
See, my
That's
eyes
so
would be like watering.
good.
Like, wow.
Wow.
Yeah.
So you know how you go on the internet and you can buy different hot sauces and stuff. So my friend's kid bought one. He wasn't a kid; he was like 17 or 18, but they bought a bunch off the internet, and there was this one called, I think, the Devil's Armpit or something.
Oh my God.
He had this stuff, and he reacts funny to different things. Like when he breaks out, he turns like either gray or greenish gray, like his whole skin. Like the guy looks like a zombie. So he was sick
that
for
one
3 days straight. You know, like, I mean, and you got to really watch that. I mean, they try and outdo each other with sauces.
Well,
I don't want to be rude, but I need George to play a song so I can open this and have a drink. I'm just like, wow.
Okay, so
I hope Ringo's mom had a drink with us just then.
So
don't try this at home,
should I
kids.
go get a little? So you recommended taking that one brownie and cutting it up into what, 9?
9. Cut it into 9 chunks.
Just eat the whole brownie.
Yeah, I know. See, I told you that. I said Derek would eat this whole thing all in one shot.
Yeah.
Wow.
You know, he's a champ that way.
No, it's
but
not.
I suggest cut it in 9, have a piece, and see how you feel.
Weed doesn't kill you. It can't.
So how long before it kind of sets in? Like if I go cut a piece off now,
you're
45 minutes.
Anywhere from 20 minutes to an hour, depending on your metabolism.
And I should just feel like nice and relaxed, like a whole body.
Yeah, you'll just chill right out.
But I have to
like
say,
that night what did I have? Like 9 gummies or 12 gummies or something?
Yeah. Chilled right out.
And then I just like, hey, Ringo's not saying anything. Did he fall asleep?
Yeah, Ringo's getting kind of quiet.
Yeah, you know that's good shit, right?
Yeah.
Was that the night? The night you were on Jägermeisters, was that another night or was that the same night?
That was a different night.
Yeah, that was different.
Oh, yeah. Who asked about that? I did that for somebody in the audience. They said...
No, that was for me. That was for me. I wanted you to...
Oh, was it from you?
Yeah.
Oh, okay. I was
only doing the little
Sandra or somebody. So. Yeah, so if you do 5 shots,
you black out.
Yeah.
And that's not true.
Do you remember who the guest was that night?
It was me. No, I don't know. We didn't have a guest, did we?
No. See, you don't remember.
No.
Well, I don't remember.
So he blacked out.
Like look at how old I am. I can't remember. You know, I can't remember. What's your name again?
I can't remember yesterday.
I can't. I'm bad with short-term memory now. Very bad.
There you go, Ringo. Look at Bobby Cousins says, "Eat it all."
Yeah. Bobby,
okay, so
hey, Bobby, I gotta ask you something.
Like, I gave some to my friend and his wife, right? Some butter.
Yep.
He had a chunk of it, right? And he's like, I was just wrecked. He goes like, this was almost too much. And his wife had about half of what he had, and she like neither of them are really into it, right?
Yeah.
And she's like, oh, am I gonna get all like? She was paranoid that she was gonna get really fucked up and stuff. And then she's like, I didn't even feel anything. I said, well, you can take more, obviously.
Yeah.
And then so she took more, and she's like, well, I'm not getting wrecked. It's not like when I drink. And I'm like, well, no, it's not like when you drink. You don't
totally different.
Get that feeling.
It's different.
Expecting like a whole like like when you take chemicals or something, when you take it and you feel like, wow, I am different. You know what I mean?
Well,
I'm expecting a big reaction instead of just this little tingles. You know what I mean?
Well, you know what I could do is I could go and cut it up in a minute or so, and then take one, and maybe before the end of the show
How many milligrams is it? Is it accounted, or is this just your homemade?
This is not mine.
It's
but-
homemade. My buddy made it.
Yeah.
And they're pretty good. I don't know what the actual milligrams
okay,
is, but
so
they're good.
So yeah, it's a crapshoot, and it's even hard when you make it in oil and stuff and you put it into a chocolate because you don't know if some more oil got down at one end than the other. So
Exactly.
You got 50 milligrams in there, but you don't know if you're getting 50 milligrams in 2 pieces or in
Okay,
20.
Sarah's telling me I should get the brownie. All right, I guess I can do that.
Well,
Because
if you're going to get your brownie, I'm going to go get my brownie.
Okay. There
And
you
we'll
go.
brownie it. We'll brownie it together.
We're gonna have a brown out
Yeah,
together.
you got half an hour left, so we'll see who feels it first.
Is this
All right.
Okay.
So-
all right.
Can you other two
And you
guys
know what?
kind of like
Stephanie
carry on
is
while we go get our brownies?
Well, I don't know
Yeah,
if George
sure.
and I can hold a conversation.
I don't know.
Okay, we can do
What
that,
are we
but-
going to talk about? Come on, what are we going to talk about?
What would we
Talk about. Holy shit! Look, Stephanie Ann is on.
Yeah, I was gonna say
Bobby,
Stephanie's
the
a registered
Skittles.
Wow.
nurse, right?
I've,
So
I've
something
had the
happens to
Skittles,
us.
Bobby. They taste good. I had a couple handfuls of them. My buddy's like, I have 4 or 5 of these, and I'm like, he pours a handful and he's like, here, take them home. And I'm like, yeah, Skittles
Wow.
taste
Look at everybody's into the brownies. Oh my gosh.
good. Oh, yeah.
Wow.
I'm gonna puff a doob with you. Look, now you gotta eat.
There you go.
Come on,
This
you got
sounds
people
fun.
like going
This sounds
with you.
fun. All right. Okay. So Heiko and I are gonna just go in the green room and go get our green,
Okay.
Yep.
You
All right.
get
our
your
devil's lettuce chocolate.
stuff.
Be right back.
So put
Okay.
George and I on big screen together. Oh, I left a little. Hi,
Oh,
George.
come
I'm little Derek over here.
There you go. That's a bit better.
So,
Hey,
George, do you partake in the marijuana substances?
no, not for a long time.
No.
No.
You used to back in the
A little
in the
bit,
heyday?
yeah. A little bit back in the day, yeah.
Yeah.
I told you once before I was playing a bar, and I was there for years, and somebody, and someone came and said, we're getting round having a bit of a party afterwards. George, are you coming? I said, no. He said, no, come on, you can have a drink, have a smoke, some weed, whatever.
Yeah.
And I said, no. I said, no, not really. I'll head off home. It takes me a while to get home from here. I said, no, come on, you can come on, remember the good old days when you used to do it? I said, I don't know, it'd probably kill me. Never mind, remember the good old days. But yeah, back in the day in my 20s, I used to do a little bit. And then never chemicals. I always just did natural stuff.
Yeah.
Used to do it and I had a day job. I used to smoke at lunchtime.
Yeah.
Used to just do it.
I don't smoke at lunchtime anymore. I will. Okay, I'm gonna before my girlfriend. I smoke on the way to work and I smoke on the way home. Right. I don't smoke at work per se.
Well, I used to be a copywriter, writing advertising. So the stuff I did in the morning was okay. The stuff in the afternoon was so much better.
Yeah.
So much more imaginative. Yeah. Use fancier words and everything. Yeah.
I used to be the guy who smoked right from wake up. First thing you do is go do a bong or smoke a joint. Then you go have a pee. You know what I mean? It's
Yeah.
the very first thing. And I'd smoke all day. And then I worked for a guy and he goes, I have no problem with you smoking, man. Do whatever you want. But you're going to get to a point where it's not going to work anymore. He goes, wait until you're done work and then do it after work.
Right.
What's this guy know, right? Then, a few years down the road, you start going, shit, man, he was right.
Yeah.
You should have listened
Tolerance,
to the old
Yeah. Yeah. You get a tolerance for it, right?
Yep.
Like anything. I would say anything, though, isn't it?
It does. It does.
Anything will do that to you.
See, I used to,
Yeah.
I know there's probably other people out here. I used to smoke an ounce easy a week.
Right.
And that's, 28 grams in 7 days. You smoke a little bit.
I remember coming back. We've been out all night at a party near Manchester Airport. I'm coming back to when I was about, still at college or school or grammar school, and I had some, a little block in my pocket,
Yeah. Well,
and we'd been there all night. I just slept in a chair, rocking chair, and then because the buses stopped running, right? So, and this was outside, so we had to get back into city centre, Manchester, as we call it, to get an early bus, back to home. Like we were still at home, right?
Yeah.
And I remember it was a time when everyone used to wear like those great long army coats, the trench coats. I had a great RAF coat, right? I had the hair coming on, and it's like 8:30 in the morning, and we just got back from Wythenshawe, where this party was, and we got into Manchester. One bus had to get a bus back out to the north end to get home, and we're on the main street, Manchester Market Street, and there's just like hardly anybody around. There's just like 3 of us or 4 of us. It was Rick, John, and his brother Paul, and we're all like there coming on, trudging along in our army coats, hair flowing. And would you believe it? Like there's like 3 policemen. There's this officer just walking up, one of those guys with a stick. It was and we thought Bobby's. And there's those going the other way towards them. Right, we can't I thought this is it. This is like the end. They're gonna put. Where you going, lads? Where have you been? Blah blah blah. I've got this. I'm thinking, how do I get rid of it? I was so terrified that time, right? Anyway, we're getting closer and closer. I'm like, I must be sweating. I think this is it. Headlines in the paper. Grammar school boy.
Caught with $2 of
has to serve custody and blah, blah, blah. And it was just like, all right, lads. Okay, morning, officers. Yeah. And I just walked past them, right? So I thought after this, I have to be smarter about how I do this. You know what I mean? So yeah, that was like 1969, early 70. Yeah. Oh yeah, we all had that good one. Actually, the funny thing was, the new album at the time, I think, was Zeppelin 2. And we were like there all night. You can imagine, right? We've got this playing over and over and over through the 2 o'clock in the morning till like 6 in the morning. Brilliant,
Whoa!
Okay.
There we go. Are you eating your brownies like a bag of chips?
Yeah.
Oh,
you ready?
Well, hang on 1 minute. So these are just brownies. They don't contain any substances.
Yeah, they do.
Like what are you talking about?
They do.
Is this a scientific experiment?
Are you talking substances like THC?
No, of course they don't, right?
No, God, no. Well, we wouldn't do that on the show live. Like,
disclaimer.
What the hell? What kind of show do you think this is?
I would. I do it on the show live.
Here, Derek, can you reach into my container here? You can have some.
Okay, here we go. So I'm going to show you mine. You can show me yours, but I did what. These are 9 little.
Good
chocolates.
boy. Yep. Perfect. Just have one.
I would say grab 3.
All right.
Start.
All right.
Woo, they smell great, actually.
I know.
So is this good?
Perfect.
The chunky monkey right there.
You got it.
I'll just take a little taste.
Does did Danny ever make a chunky monkey drink? Because I still, man, I went in there asking that thing, and
we are gonna do that, and we're gonna freak him out when we show up there. I want you to go up to Danny. I want a chunky monkey.
Yeah.
And he's gonna shit because he won't be prepared.
Wow. Oh my God.
Monkey.
It tastes like more. But
just snack time.
Yeah. And what's it gonna do to you? Make you go to sleep? So
you're gonna sleep really well.
Well, Stephanie says that she doesn't like them. She gets paranoid.
Oh, yeah?
She gets more paranoid than an altar boy alone in the priest's office.
Oh my God, Stephanie!
That reminds me of a joke. Why are Catholic boys' hair always parted in the center?
Why?
Yes, my son.
Oh my!
Hey,
that's horrible.
I was an altar boy, right?
How's that part?
Where's your part? Is it in the middle?
Maybe it used to back in the day when I had more. But
wow.
I tell you what, the parish. I love doing mass with the parish priest.
Yeah, go
right.
ahead.
He was called Father Ginley. He was like Irish, older guy, like crew cut, grey hair. Didn't mess about. He could do mass in less than 25 minutes. Like his 8 o'clock mass was boom, 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 boom. Don't over. You're out, gone. Right. He used to do the water and the wine, on his fingers, doing the Catholic Church. And I remember the first time, it was terrifying, but when I got to know him, I loved him. Right. And he's like, you have the water, and you almost didn't get a drop in of the water. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
You flick your hand away, right?
Yeah.
And then you pour, the wine, and with other priests, they'd have a little bit, and
A little more.
it's like,
Yeah.
it's like,
Oh, there's
flicks
Danny.
your hand,
All
right?
right, Danny. Danny made it.
Danny.
I hope he heard us talking about him earlier.
I don't know, but you know what? Just because we should. Okay, so this is the older version of Country Stop Burger,
Yes, it is.
and he's done some renos and whatnot. So this is the new look.
Yeah, look at, isn't that sweet?
Oh, and yeah,
Nice. Yeah.
so very.
You should
very
see the
cool.
I want to
inside.
know where he
So
gets the spikes, the moving spikes on top above the milkshakes. Like, I want those.
I know. Eh? That's a hell of a special effect.
That looks like some
Yeah.
strange creatures on the roof.
Yeah. what
Well,
the
he-
hell?
he
Is
does
DJ
actually
George
have-
up on the roof.
he's got flags up on the roof right now. So
Wow.
yep.
And of
Mhm.
course, you can get a great burger or two.
That's the double and triple
and
cheeseburgers.
wash that some bitch down with a cold beer.
Hey, George. how's it
That looks
going?
like one of those goofy 60s photos you get at the band, right?
Yeah.
Oh,
Reminds me of the Brady Bunch.
Yeah,
There you go.
So, George, how's it going?
that's right. Yeah.
well, Danny, if you're listening, I was telling everybody earlier when I walked in your store there, your restaurant on Friday, you guys were absolutely packed, swamped. I saw all the three guys cooking in the kitchen, you doing the burgers up, and you know what? All of you were sweating. You had sweat on your foreheads and you had smiles on your face. So I'm telling
Yeah.
you, that was so cool to see that. I'm really happy for you guys.
So, George, I think you when you're talking about the priest parting hair, and I think, George, because your hair is receding, that
Yes.
might have been from behind.
Oh,
Oh,
Good
to go
boy.
back
Good
to
boy.
this parish priest, it was great, right? It was great. It used to do 8 o'clock in the morning mass on a Sunday and 6:30, and at 6:30 actually did a bit of a thing, and it was totally different. It wasn't about chapter 7 verses. It was like about drinking, shagging, sex. You know what I mean? It was just
Oh yeah,
normal priest.
like an Irish priest.
Yeah, it was
They were
great.
always like,
And what I
Oh,
found
no,
out
F
about him,
this and-
he used to be seen coming out of one of the houses that would face the
yeah,
church.
no doubt.
He'd be
oh,
seen
And
coming
it
out
was always
early
like
in the morning from this
this-
widow's house. So he was just
Exactly. It would be like these widows with a
Great.
glow on,
Yeah.
because they've been stooping the priest.
Yeah,
yeah.
And
It was
not to
great.
stereotype, but the Irish
No.
ones were the worst. Which
Oh, yeah, he was a
Irish,
belter.
right?
I loved him. He was great.
Yeah.
Because I lived like literally about 200 yards, about 300 meters from the church.
Yeah.
It was,
So
if something cropped up at the last minute, boom,
They'd
it
be
was
out
down at the door. I
kissing
need
the
it. I
Blarney
need to do this.
Stone. They'd kiss the Blarney Stone and then shag the widows, right?
yeah.
You have to do that upside down, right?
Oh yes.
Right. Yeah.
Ringo.
Speaking of shagging there, Ringo, I'm going to have another piece
Are you? I'm.
because
I don't know. If
I
that's a
just
good
got
idea.
myself a new one.
Yeah.
So
eat the whole thing.
I'm good to go.
Well, I certainly have 8 more of these morsels, but
Yeah. So Derek, I will get you a hunk, okay? And you can sit down, smash your back. That'll all
I'll
be
eat
good.
it at the beginning of the show.
yeah.
Okay.
See what happens.
Yeah.
What about me?
Are you into that, George? I'll get you a hunk too.
I'm up for anything. At least
All right.
one.
Are you
All
really?
right.
Yeah, you gotta try an
George,
edible.
You're
All
like
right.
what? I was going to come over. Actually, I was going to ask you. I would come over to the Atomic Ballroom and just for the effect,
Right.
and do the show with you there.
Yeah, we'll have to do that. Yeah.
Yeah, it'd be fun.
Yeah, with all your cool lights and shit you got going on, it'd be fun if we're
Yeah. Oh yeah. Tomorrow night we're back again. Yeah.
ah,
So, yeah.
right.
Yeah. The Atomic Ballroom.
All right, I'm gonna go talk to my buddy and I'll get everybody a brownie.
Hooked up.
Yeah, just tell your buddy we want a cake. Like, just say
Yeah.
we
Just
want
make us a
we
cake.
want the sheet. Like, give us the sheet that you're making it in.
Oh, okay. Hey, then we can hand out prizes to our fans.
Hey, should I donate some butter?
I have
Sure.
butter in my freezer, Derek, that you gave me last year.
Yeah.
And then I've got my 7 grams that are seeds
Yeah.
that
The
you
Ringo
allegedly
Stars.
gave me. But yeah.
I got those. I got some seeds out of this weed. It was called Ringo Star.
Yeah, yeah.
Oh,
And
wow.
yeah, and so I gave them to Ringo, and he never planted them, and now they're gonna dry out and go back.
No, they're not. I kept them. No, they should be good. Heiko's really the germinator. I got to get him doing that.
Well,
He
give
gave
me
two
some
nice plants
seeds.
last
I'll look after them because I have I got some grape ape happening this year.
Grape ape.
Yeah.
I got some old blueberry coming.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Oh, maybe we'll have to do a little switch and trade-a-roo there this year.
maybe.
What do you think of that?
I take a long time to cure mine, right?
Yeah.
Yep.
I'm pretty particular on it. Like-
Actually, you know what? It's really funny you say it. I don't know if I'm nuts like you, but my buds are still hanging in the basement with the dehumidifier running.
That's a little bit long.
Yeah. Uh-huh.
But put them in a jar, right? And then still air them out. Like that's the way I like to do it. And
Yeah, see, I've never
stuff
jarred
that
them.
tastes like hay, get back to getting flavor again as long as the twig's not
Yep.
totally dry.
Look at what Stephanie's right. Oh, I can listen to George say shagging all day long.
I know it.
Hey, George.
Got a shaggin' wagon?
Oh,
George, go.
Come
we
on,
can
George. Say it for Stephanie a couple of times. Give her a shagging story.
a shagging story. Oh, I can't give you a
Use
shagging
the
story.
word shagging 5 times in it.
You can't
Shagging.
kiss and towel. How dare you guys? Oh.
No, shagging is
Shagging.
shagging. You know what I mean?
Shaggity
I
shag.
We all
used to have
got-
a shag couch. We used to call it the dead baby couch.
Oh my
we
god.
all have shagging secrets.
Oh, I just
Actually,
thought
there was,
that's horrible, Derek. How come?
Isn't there? I think it's South Carolina, somewhere like that, where there's a type of dance it is. It's called shagging, right? I think it's
Yeah.
South Carolina. Yeah, shagging.
See,
Is
these
that
are
where you
little
wear the
games
rubber
we-
boots and you have sheep?
Maybe
You know what? We should. Okay, so I don't know if you guys ever.
shagging sheep. Well, yeah, sheep shagging. That's a term.
Sheep
isn't it?
shagging. There you go.
But have you ever heard of a thing called Toastmasters?
What?
Toastmasters. Yeah.
No.
So what it is, it's like a
You have to talk for a while about a certain thing, right?
it's like a club that you join, right? It's international, and what it is,
Okay.
it helps you with your public speaking and stuff like that. So it's just a bunch of teaching you how to do live speaking or just articulate things better. So I went out to a few of these things and never really joined them, but they had a thing called Table Talk, which was kind of cool because somebody would pull a topic out of a bag, okay, and they would say, okay, I need you to talk about skydiving for 2 minutes.
Mhm.
And
Right.
in that 2-minute time frame,
Mhm.
I need you to plug in these words, right? So they'd have like 2 or 3 words that you have to like right on the fly start talking about this skydiving and insert the 3 words,
Okay.
be under the 2 minutes, blah blah blah,
Yep.
right? So if we take what George just did and we get our audience to pick random words or sorry, a random topic
Yep.
and shove in select words, that could be very entertaining. It would be, I think it would be
Oh yeah.
as big or bigger than the backside.
No, never be bigger than the backside.
I mean, my
Come on.
backside's not
Come
big
on.
enough now. Is that what you're saying?
Yeah.
No, it could be very okay. Wait, I'm feeling something. I'm getting a headache
No,
and chest pains. So that's
No,
probably not
no,
good.
you're not.
I don't think that's what you're going for, is
It's
it?
not the effect I'm looking for.
No,
I
no.
don't think so. No. That sounds like a hangover to me.
Yeah. Oh shit. Yeah.
Actually, that the way my mind works, that could be a great little voice thing. What Stephanie said there, I could listen to George saying shagging all day. And I
Yeah.
could hear it. I could
You should
get her to
you
record
should
that for me.
Ask her to record that like a voice
Yeah.
track
On the phone and
she
send
can
it to me.
you.
And I'll
Yeah.
play it in the Atomic Ballroom as one of my
Yeah,
jingles.
we'll play it.
She's a
Absolutely.
great singer, by the way.
Pardon? What's that?
Stephanie is a great singer.
Oh, really? I didn't know that.
Well, then she could sing that little part.
Just anything. Just that's a great line. That's just a great. I just
Yeah.
I could use that. Yeah, I could definitely.
Sandra,
use
what's
that.
happening to me right now? Like she's telling me to wait, but I'm like, this is like a roller coaster ride. Chest pains, a bit of a headache in the back. I'm starting to feel a little agitated because I haven't been told how much tax dollars I have to pay exactly. A small mortgage, a big mortgage, actually.
Yeah.
What would happen if you expired tonight? What would the taxman do?
I honestly don't know.
You did this rock and roll suicide live on air, and the taxman came a knocking tomorrow.
Well, it wasn't a rock and roll suicide, right? It was more like just kind of a misadventure, we'll call it.
So, George, looks like you want a brownie?
I'd do a brownie, yeah.
All right, Derek wants a brownie. Danny wants a brownie. So that's three I got to get.
I'm pretty sure
anybody else
can't sell drugs on our show, right? But
no, nobody sells anything on our show.
No, this is just friendly conversation.
Well, you see, is that really a gray zone though in Canada? Like, if I say have a lot of weed because I'm allowed to grow 4 plants a year, and I grow 4 plants a year because I wouldn't grow
Absolutely, that's what we're allowed.
And I get a very big harvest. Say, am I allowed to give it away? I can't see why you wouldn't be able to.
You are absolutely allowed to give it away.
You can't sell it.
Sell it.
Yeah.
Right. No, that's what I'm saying. Yeah, I don't. I would never sell drugs because selling drugs.
It's like going to It's like going to a rub and tug.
Yeah.
Okay, you're not paying for the. So you're paying for the massage, which is legal.
I pay for the room.
Or you're paying for the room, exactly. But whatever else happens between the consenting adults is the way, it goes down.
Yeah.
So,
because I do it. I love doing it. I do it for fun. There's no way I can consume what I grow in a year. Your 4 plants. Like my plants are massive.
I thought you were talking about going to the rub and tug.
No. I give it away, right? Here you go. Whatever.
Is it 11 o'clock yet?
The back of my jaw.
You gotta go to the rub and tug now?
Why is that?
But listen, since we're all kind of like happy, there is something I wanted to bring up.
Oh,
yeah.
Just don't
bring us down.
No,
Okay,
it's something that's actually happening all over the world right now.
Oh, no,
mostly in North America.
Okay.
And it's not that public. And I don't know why they're not talking about it. But have you guys heard of all the food processing plants that are mysteriously catching fire?
What is it, 8 of them now?
That are not done by humans.
Oh, hey, hang on. Hold it right there. We need to intro this.
Good evening, everyone. In our quest to find out who are they, we've unraveled some clues. But not answers. I mean, this is getting seriously ridiculous. We understand that there will be a major event in August. And we anticipate that it will either be aliens, reptiles, or ancient humans. That's according to many of the guests that we've had on recently. But hey, the search continues. So join us during our show while we keep the question out there. Who are they? Thank you and enjoy the show.
You got it.
Well, so this connects, right? This is they.
Well, it's been in the last week though. But is it just they don't know who's doing it, or are you saying there's something behind it? Like, is it one of those one of those energy weapons or something? Like what?
No. See, this is the big question, right? These fires are happening. The media is telling us, oh, it's not done by people. They're just magically starting fire. But there was a giant salad packaging plant in California, and at the same time, an onion plant in Texas just caught fire. There's been planes nosediving into plants in Georgia and Idaho. Plants burst into flames. There was a warehouse with 50,000 pounds of food burned. Feed mills, cereal plants, meat packaging plants, all within the last couple of weeks. All these plants are just burning, catching fire.
So this is mostly in the southern US where this is happening.
Right now, yeah. It's
Okay,
there's
so you have these processing plants that are catching on fire.
Yep.
Somehow.
Yep.
Mysteriously.
Mysteriously, the media says. Yeah.
You also have one of the biggest cases of the avian flu going around right now. So they're saying they're killing chickens by the millions right now.
Right.
So that's gonna get rid of your eggs in case some people don't know.
Well,
chickens
and
equal
chickens.
eggs equal chickens. Right.
Well, there's a company not far from us all. Have you heard of King Cole?
Yep.
King Cole Chickens.
Yep.
They have had barns go down because they've got this flu, and the chickens are dying like crazy. Yep. And once it gets into a barn, the whole barn goes. The mortality rate is huge.
That's why they just get.
And yeah, it's wild. It's all over the place. So it's weird that all of a sudden all our food supplies are in trouble. So this is where it all comes up, right? It's not really said on the media, but is it conspiracy? Is it just happening? Like, what's going on here? Why is our food being attacked?
Who own like the most farmland in the States.
In the U.S., yes.
Yeah, right.
Yep.
There's a whole bunch of things, man. And if you want to get into Elon Musk, like everybody, you could talk about anybody, right? Like,
yep.
I don't know. Our world is messed up.
I saw a tweet that Elon Musk said. It was fantastic. He goes, I just bought Twitter and I'm going to delete it. Facebook is next.
No.
Oh, good for Elon.
That's what he said.
He didn't say that.
Yes, he did.
Yep. Elon's always had a problem with Facebook. Though you got to watch that. Just because you see somebody posting, man, is it confirmed?
It had his picture on it and his address and all that. Okay, yes, somebody could have made that up, but that's according to him.
Yeah, that's according to Elon. Like
do you know what?
There's so many bulk.
I know.
Out there that you can't believe everything you see.
No, well, that's the problem with the internet. You don't know what's right or true or not.
I was just going to say that there's one thing. If there's one thing I take away from being on the Heikadelic show, it's when we had one of our guests, which I found very interesting, was Todd Phillips, and he said, if you want the news, if you want the truth, you have to pay for it. If you're getting it for free, it's open
crap.
to debate. It's open to debate. It's questionable. Yep. So if you really want the truth, you're gonna have to fork out a few bucks for it, right?
Well,
and find out that way.
That too, but there's also in journalism, which Todd was in partly. There was a lot of stuff that gets hidden too because of agendas of their bosses and stuff, which he kind of alluded to, but he didn't outright say, "Yeah, that's right." Right. Mm-hmm. No matter who you work for, it's going to be based on their opinion. Your editor, the owner, the whoever, right? Yeah. Whoever's throwing the most money into this company, whether it's a public company and whatever it could be.
Mm-hmm. Well, that's funny because that's what Elon, in that little thing that I said, he said, I just bought Twitter. I'm going to delete it. Facebook is next, and I want everyone to go outside and have fun.
That'd be cool, actually. Can you imagine life without Facebook?
Well, he's not into all this stuff because everything is so restricted, and everybody's so into it. It's like part of their lives. Like they have to be on social media.
I mean,
right?
Again, I keep talking about that movie on Netflix, Social Dilemma, which is a documentary kind of all of the what started as the power of algorithms for advertising. I'm probably getting stoned, but anyway, what they're really doing is they're part of because they're putting stuff in front of us that we find appealing. But Elon did say something about like AI and robots running the earth. Well, what's happening right now? Right? Our phones, we're so connected, we're almost like we're being controlled. We are being controlled by our phones.
This is also making us the first cyber beings.
Yeah.
Right? This is part of us.
Siri, are
This
we
is
being
everything we
controlled
need.
by our phone?
And antisocial. We are antisocial because of these damn things.
Well, yeah, you go anywhere and everybody's heads down instead of, hey, how are you, George?
Yeah.
How you doing up there, George? Nice to see you.
Well, one of the weirdest things for me, I'm going back about 10 years, right, was or whatever, when everyone's on the phones. I remember one night playing, there's a dance floor in front of me, and everyone's like that. All the girls, mostly girls. Guys don't do it so much. Oh, they didn't then. I didn't notice it, but it's mostly girls were all like, I thought, who are you texting? Or messaging? Is it your friends at another bar? But it was like rampant across the dance floor. I thought, this is bizarre.
Well, it's funny because I noticed that it was like 14 years ago or something like that. I had a trailer in a trailer park, and all the kids, like all the adults were around the fire, and the kids all kind of joined us. They're standing behind us. And I looked around, and all the kids, they had this little glow in their face. And I'm looking, and they're all on their cell phones.
Yeah.
So I talked to Keisha after, and I said, why the hell are you guys all on your phones? Right? And it was funny at the time because she said, well, we're talking bad about the kid two kids over, and they don't know what we're saying because we're texting each other, right?
Yeah.
So, and that's how all this shit started.
Yeah.
They're the anti-socialism because you're not actually talking verbally to your group of friends. You're actually talking one-on-one or one-on-two or whatever quietly, and the people right next to you don't know what's going on.
And double whammy because they're reading it to kids.
Yes, they are.
I want to bring up Stephanie just mentioned a little something about Elon being a super douchebag. I'm going to kind of have to agree. Like, how many times
what did she say?
At Jeffrey Epstein's island?
Well, I hope her hemorrhoids get better because he caught fire, she said.
Wow, really?
Yeah.
Oh, man.
So the hemorrhoids have caught fire. Yeah.
Yeah.
Is that a coincidence?
Nobody has an explanation why all the food processing plants are going up in smoke.
Yeah. Well,
you know what though, Heiko?
We're going to starve to death. That's it. We're going to starve to death.
Well, what's that new energy weapon that they have that they said like was starting California fires and stuff?
Right. The heat ray.
It's just like I can't remember it's 3 initials, whatever, blah blah ray.
Well, haven't the military got a heat ray or something? Haven't they got something like that?
The military is like always going to be 25 years ahead of what the general public is, right?
Yeah, at least.
Yeah, at least, exactly.
Maybe they got a hold of Elon's flamethrowers, right?
Well, do you want to know something funny? You say that. My buddy just got one of those.
Really?
Yeah. Here, he was up at his trailer this weekend, and they were playing with it.
Really?
Yeah.
Oh, that's funny as hell.
Oh,
I was going to say it's all the... no way.
Yeah.
Wow, that's cool.
I
saw that, and I thought,
no. Elon one, or is it just a generic one?
No, it's the Boeing or Boring, whatever. Boring company. It's
I was gonna get one too. I thought, how cool, but then I thought, no, I'm not gonna get that because I'm just gonna get in trouble. Yep,
it says Boring right there. Yeah.
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 And Keisha, no, I'm not telling all your secrets. It's just a story.
Well, Keisha, you're at that age now where your dad can start letting out secrets for the show. Like.
Yeah, like
you don't
live Area 51 anymore. Is finally letting out secrets, so it's my turn now too.
It's in the public domain. Yeah.
Yeah.
The public domain.
Public.
Well,
so Derek,
I don't know if you guys I have a daughter who's 22.
Yeah.
And she's first generation phone. You know what I mean? Like,
Yep.
they're the ones that are the phone children, and the amount of social media pictures and like Instagramming and
Oh my God.
Everything, TikTok, and I can't believe it. Like, I remember when she was younger, literally she would do like 300, 400, 500 pictures of herself a day.
Really?
And I'm like, yeah. I'm like, why do you do that? Right. And she's, well, that's just what you do. Everybody takes pictures and you post a picture and you just try and get the coolest looking one, right?
Yeah.
And then
Okay, what's Bobby talking about? Shagadelic. What the fuck? What is that?
I think that might have been tied to the Jeffrey Epstein.
No, that's tied to Austin Powers. Should we shag now? Or should we shag later? Etc.
Well, that's not my pump.
Shagadelic, baby.
Look at machine gun jublays.
Yeah, and then Stephanie Ann said all those billionaires are douchebags. Like holy crap, our fans are just kicking it up a notch tonight.
They're out there tonight.
Elon Musk is like, come on, he's seen with pictures with Christine Maxwell, like, or Ghislaine, however you say her name.
Ghislaine.
Gillen.
GHIS. Yeah, I used to know somebody with that name.
Yeah. Oh, did you?
Yeah.
Oh, what was her last name? Maxwell?
No, it wasn't.
But you got to think, when these guys are going over to that island more than once, you might be able to get away with going once and, hey, I was at the Epstein Island, which I doubt, because you're going to know what it is if you're going there, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. So he's not a nice guy. There's got to be stuff about him. I have heard some of his, like, the way he thinks, or about we're gonna have to have an assisted society, right? Like, everybody's gonna have to have an assisted income, because AI again will take over, and it just will not, like, humans will become obsolete basically, because you can make AI and computers and stuff work so much more efficiently.
So
and this is the whole thing. It's greed that pushes the maximum yield out of your dollar, and this is why they're pushing AI to take over for people. People are tired, people have hangovers, people get sick. A machine does not. Right. A machine will run 24/7 and just no breaks, no nothing, no slowdowns, no nothing.
Well, no vacations, no Medicare, no, you know what I mean? Like,
no drama.
So that pushes a company. I know, but that pushes the company to say, I want absolute 100% production, and that's what they do, and they get rid of people.
Yep.
And now people don't have work. Right? So people are sucking off society because they have nothing to do. They have no job.
Yeah. So in the end game of this would be, so there's all these things being produced, but no one's got money to buy it anymore.
Right. But that's when they start getting rid of people. COVID-19 is the start of all this shit.
What is they do with all the production in machines then when there's no people to buy the product? So it's still its own backside, right?
You're going to need your basic. It's going to be basically shrunk down to, here's what you're going to get, and you have to pay for it. They're going to take everything of ours, right? Everything. So
but you haven't got a job, so you got no money, so you can't pay for it anyway.
But that's it. It's going to be all assisted. All the money is going to be. You're going to be. Here is how much you get, George. You get, because you're George, you get 10,000 a day. Heiko, because you're Heiko, you get 11,000 a day. Derek, you're Doofus, so you get 400 a day.
But if you're limiting your spending potential from your customers, you're limiting how much you have to produce.
You are, but you're also narrowing down what you produce, right? Because now you can say,
and the profits are going to go down. The profits are going to go down.
You're not going to get steak anymore.
Right.
Yeah, but in the end, there aren't going to be customers. Everything is going to be done by the system, and you will have an allowance. You are allowed to have this much or this much. Like Derek said, depending on what you do in society.
But
And the people that don't do shit aren't going to get anything, and they're going to be the ones scrambling.
Yeah, but if there's no customers and they're limited to what they can buy, where are they going to get their money from to give to the customers in their
they
allowance?
Are going to be getting whatever they want because they're the ones running the show.
Yeah.
So
basically, it's making a class society, but wiping out everything except for upper class and lower.
Yeah.
You have the two. You either are or you aren't.
Yep.
So and that's all going right back to Schwab's, trying to make it everything or the whole
Where'd you go, Ringo?
I had to go and no, I had to go and just I spilt my
see a man about a horse. You have to see a man about
I just want to go back to Richard's comment here. He's asking for a shout out for Rockin' for the Cure. Look it up on Facebook. Tickets online. It's going to be at Drums and Flats. Drums and Flats is an excellent venue.
Yeah, Kingston Road in Ajax. Kingston Road
in Ajax. I ran into
the former Safari
guys at the Edge a couple of weeks ago. I was out with the Code, and their son who we've had on here, Lacos. He does hip hop and stuff like that. Great guy, but he really supports that as well as a lot of people that I saw there that night. So it's a good cause. So see
the old Safari. If people don't know where that is, because it changed name a year or so ago. It's the old Safari. It used to be called Safari.
Yeah.
Kingston Road, and I can't remember the street it's on. I played there actually. It's a really nice venue. Dan Ferrucci runs it. Does a really good job. So
all right, Richard, I wrote that down.
Yeah,
we're gonna promote that as the weeks go by, and hopefully we'll see you there.
Yeah,
we could probably talk to them about doing some kind of remote there as well. But it is it's kind of an ongoing thing.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
So Bobby's saying some rich C at NT spent billions.
Rich can't.
Rich can't. Yeah, makes billion more.
He's an effing can't.
Yeah.
They say I got another square or two. I don't know.
Yep. How are you feeling, Ringo? You feeling good?
I don't know. I feel kind of relaxed. I mean,
that's it. That's all you want.
It's not like over the top. I could probably do another one, I think, right? Should I?
No.
I wouldn't now. I'd wait until tomorrow and then do 2.
Really?
Or 3.
Yeah.
There's no point. Like if you add it on now, it's gonna you won't feel it. Unless you take like a shit ton.
Mm-hmm.
Where did Ringo go? He's
Ringo's on the floor. Away. That's why we can't see him.
Yeah.
Well, you want to know something? Seeing that it is almost quarter after.
Hey, what did Danny just say?
Well,
they have opened a few gas stations in the US, and the US already know with not a single person working in there, all automated, even delete it. The vending machines to buy snacks?
Yeah,
wow.
I've seen that. Yeah.
Wow. Yeah. Wild, eh?
Yeah, man.
Very cool.
It's coming.
Well,
you know what you should do? Because all this stuff is being automated, you should go somewhere like Country Stop Burgers in Ballantrae, Ontario, and get yourself a homemade burger.
Yeah.
And nothing is automated.
But if you look at somewhere like Walmart, other stores are available. But I mean, when they brought in the self checkout.
Well, see,
I would not do it.
I will never use the self checkout.
Never.
And places like McDonald's and fast food places, they have those kiosks where you can pre-order your food. Even Costco, they all have that shit now. I refuse to use that. And I talk to people and I look at them and I go, "You're a cashier, right? This is your job. This is what you do for a living?" Yeah. Well, why do you think that's okay? If that takes off and all people start using that, you're out of a job.
Yeah. And
right? Like, come on. Like, what are you doing here?
This is where, I really kind of believe in unions, because I know with OPSU and actually a couple of them, when it came to these automated cash outs, they're eliminating jobs like big time,
Yeah.
right? So they don't support them, but it's kind of funny. It's like bringing cows to the slaughterhouse, right?
Yeah.
They have no idea that they're not the next on the block.
No.
But yeah.
And I've even said to a manager at a store once, he said, well, you could go use the self-checkout.
Yeah.
I said, no, I'm going to stand in line
Yeah.
because you pay that lady right there to run the cash register, right? He goes, yeah. I said, are you going to pay me to use the self-checkout?
That's right. Give me a discount on what I'm buying.
Like,
If
whoa, what the hell? And he looked at me like a cow, just freaking stunned stare, right?
There is a perfect, what you guys just said is a perfect example of what should be brought up. Not even do I get paid for it. You are saving money because you're not paying these people now, right?
Right.
So why are the groceries still as expensive?
Exactly. Yeah.
Right?
Give me a discount.
Oh, yeah.
I'm
No. They
working.
claim that the savings go back to us, but they don't. And it's ridiculous. It really is. I'm not for self-checkout. But then we have.
I like to self-checkout myself,
No. But then we have all of the online purchases that we do, and boxes show up every day, at least at my house. It's completely automated, right?
Oh yeah, Amazon now has pickers that go in, like machines that are pickers instead of a human on a Zoom boom going up and down and picking stuff.
And if you think, okay, Amazon, you got delivery guys, watch it, because Amazon now has drones that bring the packages to your house.
Wow.
They hook up to your cell phone, and they find exactly where you are with your cell phone, and they fly down and give you the package.
Exactly.
So it's affecting everybody, even drivers. You might be with one of the big companies that does all these deliveries like Amazon, but you'll be screwed out of a job eventually as well, because it's all going to be automated. But people don't see this, right?
You know what's weird is, and Bobby just brought up a good point about stealing stuff. There's a lot of online orders that get stolen off of doorsteps and stuff like that. So what they do now, of proof of delivery, because the delivery guys get nailed for it a lot of times, and so they take a picture. They put the box there. They take a picture.
Yep.
Now here's something. I ordered something from Uber last week. Well, not from Uber, but a restaurant. Can't even remember what restaurant it was. Uber shows up, and the guy wanted to take my picture. And I said, "What do you want my picture for?" Well, just to show that I've delivered it. Hang on a sec. Let me see if I need that. No. But I think what's happened there are people that, get their order and they say, I didn't get my order, so prove it. So now even like companies like Uber and DoorDash or whatever are, they're not trusting. So my point is, back to the cashier. If you have a cashier that has a good demeanor and great customer service, and integrity, we've lost that. We're down to who the fuck can I trust? Can I trust my consumer or the driver or because a robot can't do that, right? It cannot make those types of decisions.
Well, let's just think of the loss prevention that if you don't have people working in Amazon, you're not going to have theft, because humans, sometimes we get jealous and we see something and we go, I'm going to just put that in there because that's what humans do, right?
Yeah.
So Richard
but even buying
what if AI becomes so powerful that it wants to make the Earth the best planet it can be and wipes out humans because we are the ones who are killing the Earth?
Yeah,
yes.
we're the
we are the problem, right?
Well, look at the Matrix, right? That was the whole premise: exterminate. But the Matrix, it was, that's really what it was about: exterminate.
and humans, you take any scenario and you get 10 people. Eight people are on board, they're doing the thing, but the other two, No.
Mhm.
So the humans are not perfect as a race, as a group, as a
No.
collective.
Not at all.
What we need is an invasion from aliens or something to bring everybody together. Now we're gonna have that, and then 10 years later, we're all gonna forget it, and we're gonna go, "Oh, blue is better. No, red is better. No, I
Yeah.
like orange."
Yeah.
Right?
Yep.
Instead of going, "Whoa, we got this planet. We got to take care of this whole thing here. Let's get
Yeah.
rid of these uber rich people who control everything,
Yeah.
who don't want to be named, who can do anything, wipe out Facebook, wipe out this conversation we're having right now." You know
Yeah.
what I mean?
Well,
Well,
look at
and
Danny's
like
comment.
Danny just said, UPS transport trucks
Yep.
without drivers.
Yeah.
That's been going on in Germany for 9 years already. There's been transport trucks on the Autobahn with no driver.
Yeah, and yet,
Autonomous.
like Elon,
Yeah.
you know,
And buses as well.
I'm a big fan, but you know, he's got concerns about AI. Yet the cars,
Yeah.
make intelligent decisions now.
Mhm.
But to Danny's point, you know, what's
So,
that going to do to drivers?
when a car now is autonomous and it has to make a decision, right?
Mhm.
Does it decide to run over the lady with the baby cart, or does it decide to crash into the other car and kill the occupant of the car?
Right.
Right?
It's
Well-
a good point, but
This is the thing is people don't realize what's going on in front of their face. And it's a sad thing, but it's so true. And even when you talk to people, they deny it. But they're giving you all these toys for, say, in your car. You know, there's the constant changing cruise control. So your car keeps pace with the car in front of it. There's the accident prevention braking. There's all the sensors. There's the lane correction. There's all this stuff now that are toys that they put in your car that you pay extra for. But they're not toys. They're experiments. They're giving us this shit to see how well it works. They're going to make corrections along the way because every single car that's going to be out there will have all these features in it because we're going to just get in it and say, work. And we're going to go have a nap.
well,
And the car is going to drive us to work.
And the
Right?
Jetsons are there.
it does now, right? I
Yeah.
mean,
Yeah.
I was watching this. It was a clip of this this woman in porn actually, and she was in her car, self-controlled car, and she's talking about her next video she wants to do inside the car while the car is driving itself.
Yeah.
So I'm down.
Of course you are.
So Bobby's saying check out the train thefts in California.
Yeah, it's kind of crazy, actually.
What's up
So-
with that? What's up with that,
They're just
really?
littered with boxes everywhere. It's crazy. Amazon boxes just everywhere, and stuff's not even like some stuff's just thrown there. It's not even taken. You know what I mean? It's not the package. It's the shit.
So this is in the southern US, is it? Like the other stuff? All right, okay. Just want to clarify that.
Yep. Starting over there.
You know, Amazon. I mean, if you have an open, like they sell those skids next to them, right? The returns and all that. And when they mess something up, they just say keep it, and we'll send you the right stuff, right?
Yep. Yep.
I love it. I love the customer service, honestly. And
But
and
see, the funny thing is, you see the people that have this color of hair, they're not really into all that shit, right? Because they're a different mindset.
yeah,
But you look at the young people now in their 20s and younger, they're all for this stuff because they
They
can
don't know
be
anything
as
else,
lazy as they want to. They don't do anything. They just pick up their phone, da 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 da. They go, oh, I don't have to worry. My parcel will be there in 2 days.
no,
It'll
you're
be at the
right.
house.
Hike.
They
You know
don't
what really
have
got
to
me?
do anything,
No,
right?
I
It's
saw guys going like,
convenient.
I saw guys going like this. And I'm like, what are you doing? He's like, yeah, I'm getting a date for tonight.
Yeah.
I'm like,
Oh,
you
yeah.
just go like that and you get a date? I used
Yep.
to have to work at that.
Right,
No, it's
right.
not to pay for that date. That's probably
I
a
had to
date you
go
have to pay
out.
for.
I had to find out where the girls were. Had to find
Yep.
one that I liked. Now it's just swipe.
See,
You
and,
know what,
and
though?
even
Think about this for a second. the way we used to do it in terms of dating would be considered stalking now, right? Because you couldn't, like today, you send a message and you say, hey, can I call you? Whatever. So there's those little checkpoints of permission. Back then, it was like, I got to get on my horse and I got to go down to, whatever. And go find where
I'm going down to the saloon and I'm going to find me some chicks that are square dancing, like whatever.
Yeah, well, something like that. But it's like how do you connect with them after? It was the old rotary dial phone. But then before phones existed, you couldn't connect with anybody unless you got face to face with them, right?
Mm-hmm. Yep.
But
so true.
I don't know. But you're right, Heik. We're a disposable society. Well, I don't know if our generation is exactly, because I'll fix anything. I'll try and fix stuff before
we are going to see a lot of changes like we already have. Our children are going to experience a lot of changes as well, but they're already a different mindset.
Yep. Yeah.
They're into what's happening because of the convenience, because of the tech stuff that they love. Like, I think there's probably other countries in the world that have this, but I know there's some of the major cities in Germany. Mm-hmm. They have, at pedestrian crossings, they now have traffic lights in the sidewalk. And the reason for that is so many people are on their cell phones. Yeah, and they walk out onto the street and they get hit by a fucking streetcar and they die.
Yeah.
So, and then they're trying to go after the city because the streetcars are running over people. They're on their goddamn phones. So now the lights are in the sidewalk. So when people are looking down, they can actually see if it's red or green.
And if you run in, like, if you run
come on,
but if you run them down, you're at fault, right? But they're
and that's the problem. That's why we got to get rid of all the lawyers, all the politicians. Bury them with the dog shit in the backyard, because if anybody is stupid enough to look down at their cell phone while they're going to walk across the street, you know what? If you get hit by a bus, it's all good, right?
Well,
come on. The problem is no one's taking ownership of anything anymore.
Yeah,
they have to blame it on somebody else. Right?
Yep. My friend's son died 2 years ago because of that. And he's tried to support the fact that, look straight ahead. Right. But it's horrible. Yeah. Shouldn't have. But that's how, let's say you go near a school at closing time, which is probably creepy in itself. But if you're driving, I know up here in Ajax, Pickering, it is brutal. I mean, these kids are crossing, on a yellow light and looking down at their phone.
Yeah.
So you have to be diligent as a driver and make sure. Yeah. And then, of course, you go to near schools, people are missing lights. They get frustrated. They go through reds.
Uh-huh.
And it's really frustration between the kids and the crossing, right? So,
but see, you look at it this way: there are rules and laws out there. Red light, yellow light, green light, they have a meaning. They have a purpose. There is a law. You will get ticketed if you don't abide those laws.
Yeah.
So that should not just be on the driver of a car. And it should also be on the people that are walking across the street.
We do not have a yellow light. It's an amber light.
Right. But
sorry,
I
bud.
think
amber.
It's good to
learn. In the UK, it's yellow. It's yellow. Amber.
Is it really?
Yeah. Okay. Yeah. So,
but, but you know what? I mean, we're doing the kids. I don't. To be honest, I can't. I don't think all kids are that bad.
No, they're not. But most.
Yeah, it's just the
not
minority.
All of them.
The majority are fine kids being brought up well, but you'll always get the bozos. It's a very small percentage that attract the headlines, and then we judge all of them by that. So
I think the bozos outnumber the smarter and aware kids. Right?
No, it's just that they get the empty vessels make most sound, whatever it is. I think they just everyone focuses in on this little minority. The bulk of kids are okay. The kids are still all right today. The kids are all right today.
The kid, that's a whole thing. I think the kids that are just so like electronically linked to everything, and just like we've talked about this a bunch of times, like having life skills, having respect. Respect. Do they have respect?
No.
Like some
life skills and respect are not taught anymore.
George,
that's
if you have people
sad.
close to you that
respect is something again
I don't blame.
they should have.
I honestly don't blame the kids if they that like that. I blame the parents. I'm very sorry. I'm very sorry. The kids, I don't blame them. It's the parents. Sorry.
Yeah.
No,
that's
don't be sorry, George.
At all. I mean,
don't be sorry because it's true.
It is true.
And it's not just. See, a lot of parents at home now don't have control anymore.
No, they don't.
Because of the system. The system has taken all that away. But it's still the same generation.
Yeah.
Right? They're changing the way things work.
Stephanie says put a shock collar on them all. That's probably going to happen, right? When the alien races take over.
Well, you know what I say, Stephanie? This is me. This is my input. Take the warning labels off of everything, and Mother Nature will look after itself.
Oh my God!
Yeah.
Seriously.
No, you're right.
Do not give this plastic bag to your child. It's not a toy. It's right on the freaking bag. Do you know what I mean? It's like it's stuff that's it's beyond common sense.
There is no.
And it's gone. You have to put a warning label on it because some dumbass is going to give it to their kid to play with. Well, you know what? I'm telling you.
Exactly what I'm saying. It's just the kids aren't that daft today. Nah.
Well, the kids are different today, and this is what I'm trying to say. I'm not blaming them per se, but they have been taught different things than we were taught when we were younger.
Yeah.
But by the same token, I mean, to me, I was different to my parents' generation. They thought I was a screwball. You know what I mean? That's natural from that. There's nothing wrong with that. It should be like that.
Evolution.
But I'm saying, you've got to be different than your parents and your aunties and uncles. You
got to be different from how you think from when you're 20 to 40, from 40 to 60.
Well, and
think about that.
No, well, I mean, there's a
lot of thinking there.
Brain's not fully developed until you're around 25 or 26, right?
Right.
So there's a whole different, from a risk standpoint and making decisions, there are a lot more risky decisions.
I think mine kind of stuck around 24.
Yeah. But
they're telling kids in public school that whatever they think is okay. Don't let your parents tell you what to do because your parents are wrong. They're teaching them this in school.
Absolutely right. They are wrong.
That's where the problem is. Right?
Yeah.
Yep.
But one of my favorite years was 1969, actually. But
yeah.
Take me back there. Take me back to 1969. Loved it.
Shut her down soon, buddy.
See, brownies come with a warning label. No.
Have you noticed, there's like two sides of the conversation here. You've got the brownie side and the non-brownie side.
Yeah.
Well, see, the warning label was me telling Ringo, don't eat the whole thing. Cut it in 9 pieces.
Let's ask the group, because we still have quite a few people on. Should I be doing another one?
Oh, live experiment.
Well, yeah, go ahead, eat it. But I got to go to bed at some point.
Yeah, that's right.
I'm out of beer here. Are we going into overtime here?
And that's the problem. You don't think ahead, right? Like I'm prepared.
I'm not professional like you. I'm not professional like you.
I don't like.
I'm an amateur.
I don't really feel much of anything right now.
Yeah. But I think August the 14th is the date the big revelation's coming, right?
Yes.
Yeah, something like that. Yeah.
It's either aliens or something's happening August 14th.
Well, that's a Sunday. So we'll be interested to see what we're going to be talking about on August the 15th. If we're still around.
You have to at least do 3. You have to at least do one more minimum. Okay. If you're not going to eat the whole thing, do 3 pieces.
Wouldn't it be amazing if on that Sunday, Christ actually came down and said, "Look, you guys, that's enough." Huh?
You know what? Heiko, when you're talking about they and the conspiracy theorists that we've had on them,
Yep.
I'm not even sure, maybe the flat earth guy too, but
yep.
they introduce God, right?
I'll be right back.
All
I'll
of
be
these
right back.
conspiracy theories, and then they start
Okay,
talking about
go ahead, George.
Hang on, I'm not sure what to press there. There you go.
So look at Danny wrote Bill 15. Do you guys know what Bill 15 is?
no, I don't know what Bill 15
Not
I know-
anymore. I used to. There's been so many bills I forget them now.
Yeah, I know there's so many bills.
Is that the one
Correct me if I'm wrong, Danny. I think this is the bill. If you're not teaching your children at home the way the government says you should be teaching them and steering them in the right
standard,
direction,
yeah.
the government could take your children away. And this is very recent. This is the last couple of weeks. Bill 15.
Okay, so hold
April
the phone
14th
here.
is when it was.
Look it up. What's Bill 15?
Heiko,
Okay, I'm getting it right now.
I think we got something we should go after. So let's take a little side note, and what we should do is find the author of Bill 15.
The author?
Yeah.
Because they might, I mean, that group might be part of
They might be
right?
reptiles.
Maybe. We're going to find out mid-August.
Well, and we'll have them on the show.
Yeah. Did speaking of reptiles, did George go to bleed the lizard, or is he coming back?
I don't know.
I think he went to spank the monkey and get a beer.
Oh man, we got a lot of comments here.
Well, put them on the
Bobby
screen so we
wants
can
me
see
to
them.
eat it all. Derek said
What?
3 pieces.
Yeah, it's 3 to start. If you're not going to eat
Yeah,
the whole
but Derek,
I'm just
you're
saying eat the whole thing.
you're a champ, Derek. The stuff that you have is
Gets you high.
killer. It's you're used to it. Like I said, I'm not.
Oh, you'll enjoy it.
Okay, so
Oh,
wait a
I
minute.
did. Like you said, when we went to the open mic night, you sparked up that joint. You passed me a couple of puffs. Oh my God, I was just woo.
You know what? I will say
I was so fucking happy, and I watched you smoke the rest of it, and you sparked up another one. I'm going, what the fuck? How
my
did you do
broken
that?
arm feels pretty good, actually.
Here you go, buddy. It's all good.
So,
You know,
yeah,
you might
Bill-
have 40 milligrams, but Derek will have 400, and you guys will be on the same
yeah.
page.
I took 400 on the plane a couple weeks ago.
Yeah.
I saw that.
This is all fictional. We're not doing.
I don't know. So this Bill 15 is kind of messed up. I will give you a short little thing. The new bill or the new law will facilitate the placement of children into foster care, overhauling the principle of parental primacy, which favors keeping children within the biological families, even in cases of neglect and abuse. The bill spearheads the social service minister, Lionel Carment, will also ease confidentiality rules, allowing personal information to be shared about the children to share among authorities and caregivers.
Yeah.
Doesn't say that if your kid isn't up to reading level, they're going to take them away.
Yeah. So Stephanie's got a good point about Gen Xers and the fact that
I'm a Gen X.
Yeah, like I mean, abusing. I mean, you'd always hear, "Hey, I want to take you out to the woodshed." Never knew what that meant, but that probably meant you're going to get a beating or something. But my parents were pretty awesome. All they'd have to say is like, "I'm disappointed," and that would be, more impact than any sort of a beating, right?
Yeah, and there's one word that covers that, and it's called respect.
Yeah.
Well, That's
And
not
that
true.
word-
I was brought up just yelled at, right? Like I was
Yeah.
never talked to. I was yelled at. You know the whole flashlight, holding the flashlight for dad story,
Yeah.
right? That's just how my whole life was,
Mhm.
right? So,
But you respected your parents.
well, did you
The
respect
word
them
the
or did you
word
fear
respect
them?
now.
No. There's a respect and there's a fear. I feared my dad more than I respected him,
Yeah. Oh,
right?
well, I respected my parents.
Yeah. 'Cause
And there were
if-
times I feared them because then I was going to get a beating.
Right.
But
It's just like a dog. Some, you feed a dog treats, he's going to do good. If you beat a dog, he's
Mhm.
going to do good.
Right. Yeah.
but I
mean,
think the word respect is going to be one of the words that's going to be taken out of the dictionary soon.
Well,
yeah, that's a good point.
Because people use
Same
it-
with the word
Well,
play.
well,
The
see,
word
he used
play
it in the wrong
is
term. Like,
non-existent.
people think that you should just respect me. No, I'm not going to just
No.
respect you. You
No.
have to prove to me
You have
that
to
I do
earn
respect
that and prove it. Yeah.
So
So
respect,
Bobby's saying he
as it
got the
said
strap
anywhere,
in
respect is
school.
earned.
Yeah. I'll
My-
tell
my-
you,
I did too.
if a teacher ever touched one of my kids, I would have fucked them up.
Yep.
Yeah.
Yeah, I even like I remember some of my friends getting the strap. I was a little smarter than that. I'd usually organize the incident, and I'd be like the Teflon Don in the back.
Yep.
Well, all my friends got beaten up for carrying out the crime, right?
But the problem is, if you got a beating at school and it got home to your parents would beat you as well because you fucked up in school, right?
Yeah. Oh, absolutely. So that, for most
And
people,
you know what? People say beatings, people say whatever, but you know what? I believe it's the same as when you have a pet, like a dog or your child. You have to have that hierarchy. Any way you do it. Some people do it with yelling, some do it, other ways, whatever. But there has to be that level of respect, hierarchy, who's the boss. Like, I don't know what you want to call it, but it's all gone
like,
for shit now. It doesn't exist anymore.
no, but
Everybody's
like,
the
you
same.
look at Derek posts a lot of pictures with him and his kids and stuff, and I think when you do that, it's to Stephanie's point. The communication should be constant, like positive, and if the kids are doing something, if it's not, then absolutely draw the line on it. But you definitely don't need to hit. But
no,
there's usually other twisted reasons for that. Like, is somebody so stern? There was always the fear of getting a strap. I know my grandfather would be like, okay, taking the belt off. Never ever used it. Ever.
Yep.
But I also, I had enough respect for him. He never had to do it, right? Like, and
you nailed it on the head, because I had a respect for my parents.
Yeah.
And there was a little bit of a fear there because when we were younger, we did bad shit. We did get a smack on the ass or a smack up the back of the head, right?
Yeah.
So obviously you learn, because you don't want that. You don't want to get a smack or a cuff, all right?
But then again, Heiko, you just proved my point that is not respect. That again,
no.
Fear.
I'm not saying that's respect.
Huh? Oh, okay. I thought you were saying before that you respected that because you knew you would get hit. Well, that's not respect.
It's a respect for your parents, but there's also the fear of getting hit. That's what I said.
Yeah. Right. Well, what my dad used to do, he didn't used to hit me, right?
Right.
He used to flick my earlobe.
Yep.
Like that was so painful. When you answer him back, you go, but yeah, and then you go, yeah, but and another one, you know what I mean? Boom, and you get about three of them.
And what my dad did too, right at the very back, at the bottom of your hairline, the little tiny hairs, just do it to yourself. Get your fingers and grab those little tiny hairs and give them a bit of a twist.
Yeah. But the thing was, my dad, I love him to bits, right to the end of it, but he was a bit of a philanderer, to put it, Frankie Boy was a bit of a philanderer. So from about the age of 8, I heard he was sleeping with other women.
Oh, no.
This was all going on. And I thought at age 8, well, maybe he was tired. What's wrong with that? You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So this is all going on in the background, right? So he finally disappeared when I was about from our house anyway, when I was about 14, maybe.
Right.
So like from then on, I could do anything I want. I could go where I want. You know, there's only my mum, you know, and she was pretty lenient. But I didn't. I never took advantage of that fact because of respect to my mum. You know what I mean?
Good
I thought
for
I
you.
don't want
Yeah.
to get my mum. So in that way, it was kind of weird. Although like my dad was gone, but I hooked up with him a few years later and heard his side of the story. And then you go, yeah, I get it. And then, you know, that was it. We're back together again for sure. So yeah, it's all about respect. You just got to think what you're doing to somebody, you know, who loves you, right? Your mum,
Well,
she might go, don't come in, you know, later than 10 o'clock, you know what I mean, or whatever.
Yeah.
And you go,
And
well,
respect was you never
realize they love you and they worry about you. And you go,
yeah.
no, I respect that, mum. You know what I mean? So I won't. You know,
I
I
have
Mom
have to go.
always wanted to know where you were.
Yeah,
and
that what would happen.
roughly what
So you
time
would
you're
come in
coming
at,
home.
yeah, and you come in at 10 o'clock, you know, for however long. And then you go, Mum, is it all right if I stay out till 11 tonight? She go, yeah, sure. Because she'll know you'll come home at 11. Right.
So I have
and
a
that's
quick
the way
question
you did.
for
I did
Bobby
it.
before it gets too late. Are you still out there,
What
Bobby?
do you mean before it gets too late?
Oh yeah,
It's almost early.
We gotta call it soon.
Poor Derek.
He's got a real job.
Have you noticed though, when we have a guest on, it's da 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 da, da to the wire, show's over. Look
I
at
tried
the
getting
time.
you guys to stop earlier. You wouldn't.
We don't have a guest on, and we're just woohoo.
Hey Bobby, I've got a question for you. So are you still doing the tattoo things? And can you do that Maniacs one we talked about, I don't know, a couple of years ago? That's my question.
That's
you
two
can't get a
questions.
band tattoo. Uh-oh.
Hey?
Yeah,
That's
Bobby
two questions.
does these really cool prison tattoos. He does a pretty good job. So I committed to him
in a guitar string.
Oh, he doesn't what? He doesn't have the time.
Oh.
Okay.
Well, there you go.
Hey, Johnny Ringo, you got to do me a favor.
Yep.
You got to talk to Phil and ask him if he has the time to sit down and have some 40 Creek with Heiko.
You know what? Phil's back on Facebook.
Is he?
Yeah. As of today or yesterday.
Oh, wow. All right. I'll have to look him up.
Ping him, yeah.
Oh, Bobby's going to
Well, boys.
set time aside for you.
Yeah.
All right.
So do you guys want to throw any last-minute plugs out there or things out there for our fans? George has something. What do you got there, George?
Apparently tomorrow night you can switch to Twitch at 7:30 p.m. Eastern Standard Time and take a trip across the dance floors and the decades with our George and get out your rut and into a groove.
Woohoo!
Wow.
In the Atomic Ballroom. I don't know. What's that about?
7:30 tomorrow night, folks.
7:30.
Check it out.
Night, the Atomic Ballroom. I'll give a shout out to Saturday because said we got Tigers, Tex, and Liquor Pigs at the Rock Pile with the House of Hunt.
At the Rock Pile. Okay, everybody, the Rock Pile,
name.
Saturday night.
Great name for
haunted house guys.
Yeah. How about you, Ringo?
Huh?
Huh?
Oh,
Just
I guess not.
I know it's late, but I actually did a gig in a bar on Saturday night. Forgot about that. Yeah,
Oh,
I was at
wow.
the Tipsy Goose in Aurora. So, yeah, if you're ever in that area, Wellington and Young Street, I was actually parked right outside the front door on Young Street.
Is it right near the corner?
Right at the
Wellington Young?
corner, Tipsy Goose, yeah. Wellington
okay.
and Young, yeah, in Aurora, yeah. Great place,
Okay.
great screens, yeah. Yeah, TK will take care in there. Yeah, it's a really nice spot. There's no dance floor. I was just playing to like the Saturday night people that were in there having a meal, drinking. It was great.
Yeah.
Fantastic. Yeah, yeah.
Because I used to always go just down the road from there, Greystones. Used to go there a lot.
Greystones. I remember that from 41 years ago, whatever it is.
Wow.
Yeah, when I was actually visiting. But so I'm not. That was my first time back in Aurora in 41 years.
Yeah, wow.
Yeah, long time ago.
Well, And what I'd like to do is I would like to thank the fans that were part of our show tonight, which would be Sandra, Bobby, Keisha, Tams, Kathy, Junior, Stephanie Ann, Sheila, Danny, Murph, Susan, Richard, and Rhonda. You guys rock, just like we do.
What a great show, though. We had a
it was
beyond
fantastic.
the people on the screen, we have all of these viewers watching. Like my mom doesn't come on, so she doesn't really. She watches us though.
Well, at least you had a couple of shots with us tonight.
Yeah. So I mean, they're out there. Like I mean, typically right now we're getting well over 100 viewers that watch the show, and a small group you interact with us. So that's and you make the show, right?
Yeah,
So
no, that's cool. And hopefully more and more fans that watch the show, that like the show, will communicate with us. All you got to do is sit down, send us a little message on Facebook or YouTube or whatever, however you're watching it.
And don't be shy. I mean, like if someone wants to come on, don't be shy. You come on for 10 minutes, have a chat with us. You know, we won't bite your heads off. You know, come and join us.
We're gonna start doing that because we have fans that are with us all the time. Good night, Danny. And
all the best,
it would be fun just to have people come on, like even for 10 minutes and just.
Stephanie, do me that voice thing if you can. If you got a few minutes spare.
There you go.
I can listen to George saying shagging all day.
That's a good one. That'd be great.
Yeah.
All right. He's talking about live broadcasts
from the Rush.
Yeah.
The Rush.
Well, you can do one on your phone. We can put your phone up on here.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
We should bring Danny on anyway. He's been on before, right?
And he just watched your
he was on once before, and I'd like to bring them on again.
Yep.
So we're going to be doing more stuff with them in the near future, and bringing more people out to the restaurant.
The water's fine. Yeah.
Well, the good weather's coming, so we're going to have bikes show up, car shows, all that stuff.
Oh,
hopefully we'll have a DJ.
Can't wait.
All right. I guess we should sign off for the night. What do you think, folks? I already thanked everybody. You know what? It's been a pleasure having my co-hosts on, all the guests on, and we're going to do this again next Monday night at 9:30 right here on the Heikadelic Show. We'll see you then. Have a great week, everybody.
Hey there. I saw the most disgusting thing on the internet the other day. It was one of those reels, and they were taking wieners and looking at them under the microscope, raw wieners. Oh my goodness. I didn't know there were that many creepy crawlies on a raw wiener. So make sure your wiener's cooked really well or boiled. Don't eat it raw. This is sort of a Heikadelic announcement to keep you safe. Anyway, enjoy the show.
Well, that's another wrap for the Heikadelic Show, folks, so time to get dirty. And don't forget, listen in next week on Monday night and every Monday after that for the Heikadelic Show at 9:30 Eastern Standard Time. If you'd like more information on the Heikadelic Show, please find us at www.theheikedelicshow.com or .ca. We'll see you all next week on the Heikadelic Show. If you're interested in becoming a sponsor for the Heikadelic Show, it's easy. Just send us an email at info@theheikedelicshow.com. Meanwhile, you can browse our website at www.theheikedelicshow.com or .ca. Click on our sponsor tab and find out more information on sponsorships. Thanks for joining the Heikadelic Show, fans.